Snark Tank. You're about to get your ears glazed by the great Chris Raygun, Derek Blackman, and Tom Sweeney. Sit back and prepare for some action. Sit back and prepare for some glazing glory.
Let's have a quick discussion about something before we get really into this.
Welcome to the Snark Tank podcast. Before that happens, it's me, Chris. It's him, it's him, Derek. Patreon.com/Snark Tank. Early access, ad free, all that crap. What were we gonna say?
Who do you guys would say is the stupidest superhero?
What?
Or supervillain?
Villain.
Probably Obama from that comic.
He was a villain in it?
Was he not?
I don't think so. I think he was like a good guy.
In the
Spider-Man comic, right?
Yeah.
I don't think he was a villain. I don't think he was deemed a villain. He's villainous, of course.
In my household, he was the villain.
He's done way more villainy than anyone Spider-Man's ever fought. Whoa.
No.
Most of the people he's fought.
No. Well, I guess low level.
It's crazy. You're going to argue that.
I know what you mean.
The only person more villainous than him, I would say, in Spider-Man's roster often is like Morlun and Carnage. Carnage is villainous.
I don't care enough about this.
Did you say Laura Loomer?
Morlun.
Yo, I found out she follows me.
No, she
I had
doesn't.
no idea.
Block that bitch.
No,
Block
she
that bitch.
doesn't.
I swear to God. You already... Hold on, wait.
Yeah,
Maybe I read it wrong.
You gotta hit that.
Ew.
You don't want to know what it's like to hit to fuck a purge mask? That's correct.
Isn't that
You're
insane?
lying.
I wonder when that happened.
That's the thing too. It's like I have no concept of when this could have been.
I wish that
I'm so
information was
disappointed in
available.
you. Even though I don't even think you did anything. I'm so disappointed in you.
I wish that information was available, like it says, like when they first followed you, like the other day.
I know, right? That would be so useful.
It would be very nice.
Yeah, that'd be a good thing to have. I don't know why it doesn't exist.
It's just laziness, like an innovation that they didn't care to think about.
Because they have it for Facebook.
Yeah, but that's a different thing. It doesn't show you how long your followers have been following you on
It shows you
Facebook.
when somebody followed you. Yeah, following since, and it does that.
Does it do that?
When you see friendship, yeah.
I haven't been on Facebook in fucking
I
forever.
didn't know.
have
I
no
was going to
concept.
delete mine yesterday. Again, I'm like, no, my passwords are here. Then I realized they're really not anymore.
I don't know. I don't care.
I just got to get rid of it because like, that's my last tie to back home, actually.
The issue with Facebook for me is that it's the only real semblance of a photo album I have. You know what I mean? Of like life. So it's just like if I get rid of my Facebook, it's like all my memories are kind of gone. It's kind of weird.
I think you can download everything.
Yeah, but then like what happens?
I just want to start being really disrespectful.
Wait, what? What do you mean? What happens? What do you say?
I've downloaded things and then like something gets fucked up and I lose. You know what I mean? It's good
guess.
to have them on a server somewhere. I can't fuck it up.
My most important stuff I have in multiple. I have 2 hard drives, a Google Drive,
Suspicious as fuck.
and then well, no, it's actually the opposite.
Nah.
You would want to have some fucky shit like in multiple areas to increase your chances of getting found out.
That's crazy. That is having different hard drives hidden throughout the city like Spider-Man.
Yeah.
You're like, oh man, you see somebody run through a fucking building, start digging through the ground. Oh, still here.
There was
Bury it again.
I can't remember who this guy is, but he's a locale that looks like a kid, kind of. He looks really young and he's into this like that baby shit, like people dressing up like babies. I can't remember. Turkey Tom did a video on it.
No, I have no concept of what you're saying.
Yeah, it was
at first I thought that what was that?
It was just one of those.
Was that guy
locales.
the Azerbaijan? Was that kid? Oh, Hezbollah. What's his name?
Oh yeah, you said Azerbaijan. Are you serious?
Azerbaijan.
What's the kid's
Hezbollah.
name? The kid. What's that guy? That not kid.
Hezbollah, yes, Hezbollah, yeah.
Oh, Hezbollah. Yeah,
Little
yeah.
fella, yeah.
No, his name is not Hezbollah. What the fuck?
What's his name?
Oh my! I can't remember because you said that.
I swear to God, it's
I
like
think
Hezbollah.
Hezbollah. It's very close to that.
Very close to it.
It's like ISIS or something.
But it's-
Hezbollah, Bismillah, some shit like that.
It is very similar. It's something I don't remember, but
Baphomet?
he doesn't have that syndrome. He doesn't have the Andy Milonakis thing.
Oh, he's not like a permanent baby.
No,
No, he's just tiny.
but he does have some weird thing about him. But he's just like a terrible locale. I was watching a little bit of it, and I stopped. I couldn't finish it because he just sucked so much. But one thing I remember is that I think it was the same guy that he had a bunch of crazy shit in a hard drive. and used it. I'm probably getting
Define
things mixed
crazy
up.
shit for me real
I'm
quick.
thinking it's I think he was one of those CP people.
Oh, nice.
I think
Good.
I could be getting people mixed up because like people getting busted. It's so there's so
It all
much,
blends together. It all
there's so much footage on YouTube of people getting busted for like pervy shit. But I just remember somebody going to the library, might have been that guy, using his thumb drive that has all that crazy shit on there in the thing and thinking of it retroactively, like, I can't believe I did that. Using the same thing that has all that crazy shit on and to using it for something publicly. And I'm like, I don't understand people, man.
I gotta download this I gotta scan this newspaper clipping so that I have it for my book report
Yeah.
for college. Also, it's on my CP fucking.
Oh, look, I'm not trying to protect the CPer, but you
It
don't have another hard drive. Like, sir.
You'd think self-preservation would kick
somebody
in for
that
these
like
people.
watches
But then again, they
porn
wouldn't
and
do that
they're
in the
poor
first place,
enough
I
to
guess.
fucking not have another hard drive. What type of dipshit?
What'd you say?
Imagine somebody's watching child porn, but they don't have the wherewithal to get another hard drive. I only got one hard drive that's 32 gigs.
Yeah, what you're saying is imagine if these insane people
We're also stupid.
were also dumb.
It is. Do you not? I remember when I stole a bag of chips as a kid from a liquor store.
Stole a bag of chips yesterday.
The feeling of like anxiety, like, oh shit, this is crazy. Just like the natural feeling that you're doing something wrong. Like, I wonder with those people, do you not have that natural natural thing?
I think
that
they can
Most people want to
only-
get caught. I think
I-
most people that do shit like that want to get caught. Actually,
like they want to
psychologically, yeah.
like subconsciously.
You
They're
think
like,
so?
I think people that do fuck shit often you
I
want to
need
get
help.
caught.
Like, let me do something to like get myself exposed, but not just go to the police. I guess.
Cause it's like when I used to steal bags of chips, right?
Yeah.
I'd bust in a bag of chips and then put it back and be like, oh man, this is not the right thing to do.
Did you have a sealer?
And I'd fucking lighter it, seal it slightly again.
Do you have one of those kits to seal, inflate it, and seal it
That
again?
is crazy. Those things are so loud. Have you ever used a sealer?
No.
They are so loud. It's insane.
The
The guy at the
idea
liquor
of
store is
somebody-
just like looking up, but then goes back to doing whatever the fuck
Somebody
he's doing.
buys it, opens it up, and it's
And there's just
full of
bust,
cum.
dude. And what's crazy is now you're gonna take it to the Lay's or what, roughly, whatever company.
I'm getting
you're gonna
people
go,
that did
you're gonna go to
nothing wrong in
Frito-Lay
trouble.
and be like, what the fuck? And no one did anything.
How could that possibly be profitable for Frito-Lay?
Yeah.
Just giggling my ass
Get
off,
out.
knowing that Frito-Lay is going bankruptcy because of me busting in several dozen bag of chips in different stores throughout the country, of course.
That's funny as fuck, dude. That's kind of like the there was a Fox show when I was a kid showing vendors doing horrible things like that, and one of them, which I just thought I don't know why it's still funny to me that the guy had like a drink stand and he was like mixing the drinks with his dick. Like,
No, that did not happen.
well, the shows might be fake, but apparently the CCTV show, dude.
Why the fuck would that not be real, Chris?
It's just
Like why? Like wait, time out. Why is that like not real?
It's
I
just
just
so
like to
funny.
think better. I just like to think
why?
better.
Like what on earth has given you the fucking ability to think that humans wouldn't mix a drink with their penis?
I just like to think better of people. Also, the cumbersome nature of doing that. I
Because
feel
it's
like
funny. It's funny and it's fucked up. People love doing shit like that.
What do you? Is it like because it's funny to them, or do you think it's like is it pleasurable?
It's funny. It's both. The funny and pleasure come together.
To me, it's funny hearing about it, but if I knew someone that told me that they actually did that, I would think very differently of them.
Right.
From then on out.
me as well. I have to say.
Not very, yeah.
I'm not negative
very
enough to
exclusive.
do shit like that, but the idea of someone doing that is hilarious.
Yeah.
So I'm with you guys, but I'm just like, how could you do like you were just looking at them too. You look at them, you were moving his dick as much as minimal as possible. You're like, yeah, I'll get you a drink for you right now. You put it under the desk.
Just right.
And then-
like you have a lemonade stand. There's nowhere else to
And
hide.
you have the ability to make your dick twirl. You have a prehensile penis.
You hear something sloshing, but you can't see what's
What's
happening.
going on? Nothing. Don't worry about it. So how's your day going?
It was. Here's your lemonade.
Bananas.
So how you guys enjoying World War III?
Oh yeah, man.
it good?
It's fun. It's a really cool. It's really cool. We're gonna, the Beach Boys just died.
Yeah,
And now we're going to the bomb,
way.
Iran. Bomb, 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 Iran. Dude, it's fucking great.
That goes hard, dude.
That does go hard. Dude,
Israel really sucks, and like I think
I
they
don't
should
know,
be
man.
eliminated as a country now. I think we're at the point now where it's like
there's a
take
great,
it back
there's
now.
there's a great careful. So there's a great bit.
Ooh, yeah, sorry.
There's a great
I like
bit.
NordVPN sponsorships.
We don't even get this. There's a great bit that Norm Macdonald did about Germany starting a war with the world twice. And he says basically it's like, you figure the world would be like, hey, listen, Germany, on account of the fact that you keep starting wars with the world, you don't get to be a country no more, you know? And I think there's a case to be made about little Israel over there. Like, you know, I feel like there's a pretty good case, really. I don't even think it's particularly political. I just think like, bro, you're a problem.
Yeah.
Like, what are you doing? You're just like a nuisance. You're like the guy at the bar who owns the bar. And so he thinks he could just be a dick to everybody. And no one's going to like step up to him because he owns the place. But it's like, brother.
Well,
Yeah.
the thing is
that is a good analogy though, because the other employees in the bar are probably decent and they hate the owner too,
Right.
And it seems like that's
How could you
exactly what's
not?
happened with Netanyahu. Like
It's
people
good-
are like, this guy sucks, so he's literally endangering us all. You know, now there's a lot of crazy Zionists that live there too, but still the ones that are just chilling. You know, that live in Tel Aviv, for example,
Yeah.
they don't fucking, they're non-political. They're just living.
Right.
And they're like,
particularly them in
thanks,
that place,
man.
Particularly them.
Thanks,
They're
dude.
like, we're just kind of
this
here.
nigga that's from Philly, I think.
Like, I didn't even know this because where the fuck do I care
I don't
about
think he was
Israel?
born in. I don't
No,
think he
you
was
go.
born there. I don't think he was born in Israel, but I don't think he was born in Philly. But I know he grew up there, or he went to college there at least.
I don't know which was which. I just know he's.
He lived there.
To
for
me,
a bit.
it's just funny. I don't know. It's just such a perfect representation. But Chris, what were you saying?
Thank you. I was gonna say I didn't know until recently that Iron Dome shit. I had no clue that those like they have like Iron Dome like defense launchers in like the middle of like
Yeah.
neighborhoods.
Yeah,
What?
yeah.
I had no idea. I thought that was the only like ground that they even had remotely to stand on that some people could argue. You know what I mean? Where it's like, oh, Hamas operates under like, you know what I mean, like in hospitals and like in the middle of they have military installations in the middle of neighborhoods, so we have to get them. And then meanwhile they got Iron Dome defensive missiles in the middle of their own neighborhoods.
Yeah, they in some
That's
of the most
insane. I had no concept that
in
that was
like
true.
a downtown area. When the more you and this is always the problem, like hearing like sound bites, you never get to the nitty. It's like there needs to be like a podcast where you can talk about all of this
Yeah.
and have somebody who's a normal person who doesn't have a side hear this and be like, wait, what are Israel complaining about? Everything they're complaining about, they have done tenfold.
Right.
And so then it just
Right.
becomes very easy to make a decision on who's the biggest baddie and
Yeah.
who's causing just a calamity of problems. And then now the Iran thing, which is, it's crazy. 'Cause like I said on the last podcast, talking about fucking Alex Jones talking about this for so long.
Yeah.
And then seeing, I haven't checked out because I do want to hear what he has to say. That's going to be fun. See if he's going to justify, because a lot of people are actually mad at Trump that normally suck his cock all the time.
I'm pleasantly surprised by that.
That is pretty
Oh,
fucking
it's
cool.
not as many as it should be.
Yeah.
But it's more than I thought would be.
Yeah.
Which is nice.
It's pretty crazy seeing. So this is one guy that I stumbled upon. It was a Lex Friedman podcast. I was dying because of how boring Lex is, of course, but at least he was trying to push back against this comedian named Dave Smith.
Right.
He's this
Yeah.
fucking stupid libertarian that unfortunately has some good takes, specifically when it comes to Israel-Palestine. When he started talking, he started gaining prominence, so people started listening to him. But then his takes were so dog shit on like Russia, Ukraine.
Yeah.
And then for some reason he's like, I believe in Trump. He's anti-interventionist, and I'm like, from what? What example? What? There is zero
To
examples.
call him an anti-interventionist, that is so.
Yeah.
That is.
Doesn't he have like businesses everywhere?
That is
or like business
so-
ties everywhere?
oh
like
my
what do you mean?
God.
Anti-interventionist.
I don't understand insane level of cognitive dissonance. This dude
Calling any modern president that is crazy.
I know.
Did you see the
say that?
Did you see the Trump phones that he's trying to make, and they're just like repackaged
Trump
like Chinese
mobile.
phones for like they cost like $89 a pop. They're just gonna
He
mark
can't
them
help
up.
himself.
It's crazy.
A new scam because
He's a crook.
there was like a Patriot phone thing done before.
Right.
It's the same thing.
Yeah.
Where it's just a subsidiary of something that already exists. Right. So
I
it's gonna.
think if you sign on for a Trump phone, I think there should be a hidden piece of paper in there that you also sign on to that's essentially a death warrant.
I think so.
you should be. I think if you sign on to a Trump phone membership,
couldn't agree
you should
more.
legally be able to. The government should kill you legally.
I could not agree more. I think it is a great way to cull the herd to be like,
It's so stupid.
if you're this stupid, especially when there are fucking networks that exist. I saw the prices. I think it was around like $47 because the presidency 47 or whatever.
Oh my god.
There's Mint Mobile, there's like Cricket, pick one that already significantly cheaper than that. What is the benefit?
There's gonna be lead in that gold paint that they're gonna spray paint those phones with. I guarantee you. But yeah, no, the
It's so
Dave
funny.
Smith thing. I
love
saw
it.
him. I know jack
Oh.
shit about Dave Smith. I've only seen like a handful of takes from him, like whatever. But like I know he's a comedian or was.
Yeah,
or something.
he was. That's where you got to start.
Yeah, yeah.
And then,
But I did see him. Like there's a video of him from like I don't know how long ago, but he said like yeah, if Trump starts a war in Iran, I will apologize for voting for him or whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
Like I'm not gonna stand by that shit. And then to his credit, he did it.
He did.
He did apologize, and he even said like he should be impeached over this.
Yeah.
Which is kind of wild.
very low bar. But the thing that annoys me with the whole impeachment thing, I'm like, okay, where were you when all the other shit that he
Yeah,
did?
the 14 other things that he did like this
fucking-
year.
Dude, I keep having to remind people, like whenever I'm talking to some people I know about like in politics, that we all unanimously, Obama was the drone strike king.
Yeah.
And we always make jokes about it. And I was like, unfortunately, Obama doesn't even have that anymore. Trump slaughtered his record.
His first president.
Oh, did he really? Oh yeah, yeah.
Hundreds,
First presidency,
hundreds of percentile.
Yeah, like 400%, right, or something like that.
Just fucking slaughtered it, and that actually upsets me because I was like, it was one thing that I feel like the left and the right could come together and shit on Obama for, and it's kind of like, well, yeah, we can still shit on him, but it's not. He's not the king.
They
he doesn't have the crown
They
anymore.
didn't like that because they thought it made him a hypocrite, right? And
Sure.
they wanted more. You know, they were like you're doing it so much, and your base doesn't like you, and you suck. But like you could be doing it 400% more, and you're not doing it.
Yeah, I guess the only thing that the the Dave Smiths and all of them were standing on, no new wars. That's the thing. The bar.
Yeah.
Even though every action that Trump did when it came to foreign policy could have led to a war, the fact that a new one wasn't.
And it did.
And it finally did.
And it did.
And it finally did.
He ripped up that Iran nuclear agreement.
Well, the deal,
good reason.
the agreement that everything was running smoothly, Iran, and even people that I don't give a fuck about, like Ahmadinejad back in the day, where he did, he was the leader of Iran back in the day. He did an interview talking about like, listen, a lot of people talk a lot of shit, but like I'm legitimately Muslim, like I follow Islam. We don't believe in nuclear weapons. We just want power for our people.
All right.
And I'm like, I don't know if I believe him yet, just because a lot of people talk a lot of shit.
Sure.
And also, to be fair, he said there was no gay people in Iran. so it's like, I don't know if I can believe, dude.
That's awesome.
I think at least he has some weird balancing act where he legitimately was just like, I want to empower my people and have Iran thrive and not blow the fuck out of people, because what is that going to do for Iran?
Well, isn't also the issue that like, well, Derek, also you have to consider that they're months away from building a nuclear weapon.
And they have been since
Yeah,
before
since
you were born. Isn't that crazy?
Since I even knew Iran was a thing.
Dude, since the first one I saw was 1985. You were saying that.
85? I saw 95.
I saw 85,
But, like,
and I was like,
They've been
what?
months. They've
so
been
close.
They've been months away from this bomb. And to be fair, look, they do enrich uranium. But it's because I'm pretty sure enriched uranium is also used at a certain percentile, not to the point where you would need
for
to
nuclear
use.
power from
Well, it's also used specifically for like I think there's a percentage of enriched uranium that's not 90% that you would need for a bomb, but like 60 or something. That's used for like pharmaceuticals and stuff and like medical stuff. And they're like one of the biggest exporters of that shit in the world.
Isn't if I'm not mistaken, I could be very off, but isn't uranium not even the most profitable means of creating a nuclear weapon anymore? It hasn't been for a long fucking
I don't
time.
know.
if
I
remember
don't know
right.
anything
You'll
about
have
that.
to ask Walter White.
Because like
I don't know.
like,
I don't know how to build a nuclear
because-
bomb.
You gotta ask
I feel
Trump
like-
because
I feel
nobody
like-
knows more about nuclear energy than him.
Nobody knows.
Because wasn't uranium used at first before
More
they started
than me.
using neutrino bomb? Like
Nigger, I don't know.
We're keeping that in. That has to stay in. That is.
what was that for?
Such an outrageous.
Well, you're saying look.
We're not scientists here.
I am so ignorant to that. I could not even.
Okay,
like
man.
it's so far removed from like I
So
don't
you
know.
decided to be racist, I guess.
Well, because you're discussing it in a way that I'm like, bro, you're saying I can't even respond because I'm so ignorant to like knowing what goes into what they use for nuclear warfare right now. What's the best I knew about is depleted uranium being used in like bullets and stuff.
Yeah, all I know.
Like DU being fucking sprayed everywhere and then places were uninhabitable. Like,
Yeah.
that's all. That's the closest I know. But as far as like the big bombs and shit, I never really, I don't know. I guess, I don't know why webs of mass destruction don't fascinate me.
I think it's because you know you'll never be around them in a way that isn't death. You know, like the only time you'll ever get firsthand experience with a nuclear bomb is if you're also being melted by one.
Yeah.
You know?
Like some of the stories of like what happened to people is fascinating to like see, like Jesus Christ. But as far as how they work, like I wasn't one, you know, I'm not a fucking Oppenheimer simp where I'm like, oh man, I want to know I'm like, I don't know. This is this information, these people, these brains, they could have been forever energy. You know what I'm saying? Like energy that, like,
I mean, that was the
free
initial
energy.
purpose of it.
That's the whole thing that upsets me.
That's
that
how
it's
they
like-
motivate people to. That's how they motivate good, well-meaning people to go through these things. And then they're like, "JK, we're gonna build a bomb.
We're gonna fucking slaughter so many people."
Einstein
It's
was
hilarious.
like, bro, what?
Build.
I was like, bro,
all right,
what?
guys. All right, guys. We're gonna make little chemicals that heal people. We're gonna make little chemicals that heal people. Isn't that great? And they're like, yeah, let's do it. And they spend all their time and money and their passion. They're really excited about it. It's like, all right, great. And he's like, all right, now we're going to put these in bullets. And we're going to shoot it at people. And then we're going to make cell regeneration happen so much that when they're shot with a bullet, they just become a big mass and explode. And that's what you did, huh? JK, LaMau.
little bitch.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
pretty
We'll
cool.
see. We'll
Pretty
see.
cool.
I
We'll
think
see.
nuclear weapons are the most disgusting. I think that's like
It would have happened.
that was like oh, humans should be evicted from Earth now. That was like the moment where like God should come down and be like, sorry, you guys had your chance. Y'all really fucked up. Why? And then they're gone. And everyone's gone and reset.
All right, so make your prediction. Make your World War III prediction. How deep does it go?
This
how many?
situation?
How many countries
I'm
get
just-
involved?
There's going to be a war.
Does it? You think maybe like Netanyahu will be granted some big bombs and some massive like bunker busters and just fuck the whole place
My
up?
assumption is if it happens, right, if this goes through, Israel's gone. Israel's doomed. They're going to go after them first. They're right there. You know, like they're going to go after them first. And then I can very much so see America side and be like, we didn't like them that much either.
No, you're crazy.
That'd be a
That would be nice. It would be
Unfortunate.
hilarious if we were just like, oh, you just struck Iran? Unprovoked, by the way. Like completely unprovoked.
scientists too, people that were just working, on
Well, yeah, it was like-
it's fucking. It
was like,
sorry, you
it-
scared me.
Yeah, they like struck like an apartment building with like a nuclear scientist in it or something, or like a top. It was some crazy shit, but like a lot of like civilians died,
Yeah,
of course.
yeah.
And so yeah, I mean they struck first. I would love for the U.S. to be like, I don't know why you did that. You can fucking figure this out on your own, bitch. Like that would be ideal. I don't know what we got out of Israel outside of like the occasional sitcom.
You know what I think it is legitimately? The people that are funding Trump the most are Christian fundamentalists, and they believe
Right,
in
yeah,
that,
they-
like
yeah.
this is the holy land. These are the chosen people.
Did you see
and
that
stuff.
fucking text from Mike Huckabee?
Yes.
Apparently it doesn't
Oh
make
my
sense.
god!
It's that's what I was kind of alluding
Apparently
to.
doesn't make sense.
It's the
Did
you see
same
that?
type of people.
Did you see that? Did you see that?
What's up?
The text from Mike Huckabee to Trump where he was like, I know heaven speaks through you or some shit. It's like, brother, we can't have people in government that speak like this. We just can't do it.
would
It's
be
not
nice.
like this isn't fucking Skyrim, okay?
The thing is that they want these Christian
wish it was.
fundamentalists.
I know. Yeah,
I'd rather
they
worship
want-
Talos. Like fucking why not?
I would definitely rather deal with dragons than Israel.
The thing is that these fundamentalists, they want They want ruinate. They want apocalypse. They want it.
Yeah, it's a death
Because
cult.
they think that is going to give them this grand entry into like civilization, and it's like, well, fuck everyone else.
Do they think
that's
it-
just trying to live? And it's like,
Don't they think
you're insane.
Don't they-
Go die by yourself in a corner. Then you go do your own little apocalypse.
Yeah.
Over there, go die for this book that is full of First of all, being a Christian and worshiping Jews is a huge contradiction biblically, like literally. But
I don't know.
But,
I don't know enough about
necessarily.
that. Yeah, I don't
I mean,
know.
old and new are married, man. Old New Testament are married.
I get it, but inherently in the New Testament, it's like, hey, these guys killed.
The
Romans did.
apocalypse.
These guys put this guy. They alley-ooped him into his death,
Alley-ooped.
which is insane. But which is also fake, mind you. But
Whatever.
Hey,
it's just like, just go do this.
do not
yourselves.
shake my faith. Do not try to shake my faith. I am a devout. If you've listened to this podcast
I just don't
for
know what to
many
do, man.
years, if you've been here the whole time, you know how true and consistent I've been about my faith and how much I love Jesus and the Lord. And I don't like any of the things that have just been said for the past like 2 minutes. And I have to consider leaving this podcast.
Do you love Israel?
Yes,
Good.
I love Israel. Please give me money.
Yes, we love Israel
Give
here.
us more money.
Please.
We love
Because we love
Israel.
Israel. We love the Lord. We love.
Please cast me in movies. Please.
Give me every. Wait, what did the people that get the best roles? Like, I know they might be a merit thing, right? Like, and people keep getting recurring roles. Like, we're thinking about Deborah Wilson, or we're thinking about Pedro Pascal and stuff like that. Let's not talk about merit. What if it's them pledging their allegiance to Netanyahu?
Oh.
If that's what happened. So I think we should keep trying. I
hate
think
that
we should
guy
reach
so
out to
much.
him.
Let's see if we can get Benjamin Netanyahu on the show.
I think we could.
I think we could.
I'd be so
We need to get
jarred. I'm like,
the young hip crowd on our side.
Yeah.
You know?
yeah. Come on, Benjamin Netanyahu.
Welcome to
We
the
don't
club.
hate you at all.
Hello, Christopher Raymond Maldonado. Hello, Kingstonian Jimasan. I thank you for inviting me on my.
You really struggled with that for the amount of struggle that went into that.
To
That
change the
nickname
letter.
for him was
to
crazy.
change the letter.
Fuck you, Benjamin.
Hey Netanyahu, why don't you
Yeah.
just like stop? Just chill.
Stop what? What am I supposed to stop? I'm
Stop
doing.
annexing places in the West Bank. Leave other countries alone for a bit.
You're telling me to stop doing what has been going on throughout history.
Yeah, you know what you could do with history? You could stop creating more of it.
But then that means life stops ceasing, because if history is no longer a thing, then that means there is no
Sorry,
life.
stop creating negative history. Just
One
leave.
man's negativity, Kingstonian. One man's negativity. I
All
need
right.
you to understand. Hey,
Blow the charges.
listen,
All right, Dan, take the seat.
listen, both
The
of you.
apartment's gone.
Listen,
Are we actually low-key terrified to have Benjamin Netanyahu here?
Oh yeah,
I wouldn't-
I wouldn't be in the same.
there
room
would
as
be
him.
riots. There would be like protests. It would be crazy.
No, he's
No way.
getting got. Like
Yeah. So some guy's
if he
gonna
steps foot
swoop
in
through
America again, he's cooked. Like,
Did you just say that I'd be getting got? Did you just say that I'd be getting got?
Didn't he run to Greece?
Yeah, of
Yes, I did. But now I'm here.
course he did.
That's
I was in Greece, but now I'm in here. I'm in California.
Now he's in Burbank. Yes.
I'm in Burbank.
That's interesting.
Welcome.
That's
Yeah.
interesting.
Would you like to get some
No.
some lula?
No,
some lula kebabs.
I'd rather not hang out with you, sir.
I know a really good place right up the street.
No, you don't.
How do you know? Do you follow me? Do you know my life?
Yes.
Yeah, you're fairly
excuse-
well documented, sir.
Listen, nigga.
He says that.
I'm sure he says it.
We're gonna call this special guest. We're gonna call this episode. The thumbnail of this should be like as if we're interviewing Benjamin Netanyahu. It's a complete fucking fake out.
That is crazy.
Holy shit! How did they get him?
How did they get Benjamin Netanyahu to appear on this fucking bullshit comedy podcast?
I don't even know what I would do if I spoke to him. I'd be like, just bro, what's good? Like, where's your plan? Like, where are you trying
Listen,
to get at?
if you were in my position, what would you do?
Not this.
I would stop. I would leave the Palestinians alone. Try to create like a helpful rapport.
So then they'll take over, and then all my people will stop
They'll
existing.
take over like the way you guys took over their land in the 40s.
Benjamin, is it possible?
Remember how that was a place before y'all showed up?
Can I ask Benjamin a question?
That's not true. What?
I want to ask you just, do you think it's possible that
Yes.
the greatest ally that anti-Semitism has is the actions of the Israeli government? Is that possible?
Christopher, you make an excellent point, but you're also a bitch. I need you to understand that.
I mean, I'm happy to take that first
The
part.
only biggest anti-Semitism or whatever you said is you and anyone who is against anything that I do. Nothing else matters in this world except for I have the right to defend myself and I am Israel and everybody else is
But
going
didn't
to...
you strike Iran first, though, Ben? Didn't you, like you kind of struck first? It's not really defending yourself.
See, they looked at me very mean. Iran,
you-
the entire the country of however many, I think there's like 90 million people there or something. They all looked at me weird, and
Right.
and I took that as a threat.
do you feel like I don't,
They looked at me really weird, and that scared me, so I had to strike them.
do you feel like Casey Anthony was self-defending because the baby might
That
have looked
baby
at her?
was very dangerous.
Fair.
You
do you
don't know. You weren't there, Christopher. You
You're
don't know
right.
what that baby was doing.
I don't know the geopolitical.
That baby was talking to Hamas.
Oh,
That baby was harboring Hamas agents.
that's a different story. That shifts my entire perspective.
I'm glad that you
on
finally
Casey
know the
Anthony.
truth, Christopher.
We should have Casey Anthony on the program next.
We should. She's my best friend. I can call her.
Do you not understand that
call her.
that a time passes where this will pass, right? And
Yes.
then the fervor and hatred towards your people is going to be revamped in a way that we haven't seen since a certain Austrian feller. You are aware of that, right?
I'm going to tell you right now that me and the proud Jewish people, we feed on hatred. we have manufactured ourselves and positioned ourselves to feed on hate, and we are getting stronger. We're becoming like daywalkers, essentially.
Oh, interesting.
That's the best analogy I can come up with.
I'm
right
still
now.
not over the fact that Benjamin Netanyahu has Casey Anthony on speed dial, basically on his phone.
Speed number one.
That is crazy.
It's hold
My
down number one.
family
Is
is
speed
my
dial still a
family
thing?
is 2, 3, 4, and 5. Casey Anthony is my number one speed dial.
I don't see anything weird
Yo,
about that at all.
CC, what's up?
Yo, C.
Now, how stupid do we have to treat the listener here in regards to how specific we're being? And what I mean by that is, like, do we really need to say the obvious thing, which is nobody cares if you're Jewish? You know what I mean?
See, here's the thing, Christopher.
Okay, Benjamin.
Yeah,
What
thank you.
context nobody care to do? 'Cause I care sometimes.
You care sometimes?
Well,
Yeah.
you are a
I
flaming,
care if you're a comedian.
you're a flaming anti-Semite. I understand that.
I mean,
But-
it's happening. Not yet.
The thing is, what's
Evolution's
happening
there.
is every time you say that you don't care about me being Jewish, is what you're actually saying is you hate Jews so much and wish they were all dead.
I see. Right. I see my error now.
See, that's the
Curious,
problem.
curious,
Every
okay.
time you say that, you're like, I don't care. It's not about that at all. What I'm hearing and what the world is hearing is that it's 100% about that, and you only
Right.
want us dead, and you actually would be happy as soon as we're all gone, and then you think the world would be peaceful. And
I see, Benjamin. So I hadn't
Yes.
considered that,
Right.
Because I'm not crazy, but that's a great. That's great insight. I had
It's
no
very-
idea.
yeah.
I had
See?
no idea the world felt that way.
If you would just listen to Casey Anthony, she would explain that to you.
It's interesting because I didn't feel that way, but now he explained that to me. I think I do feel that way.
So I flipped
Interesting.
you. I flipped you guys.
You flipped me to hating you guys.
Now you're-
Interesting. Very
No,
good job.
I actually, from what I just heard, is that you are now.
From what I just, it's just him gaslighting himself constantly.
I mean, that's all of them. Literally, that's
all of who?
You're on the side.
politicians.
Oh, all right.
You support genocide.
Genocide.
You support
The
genocide.
one that you
was
guys
that?
are doing.
So you just support genocide in general, and
That's crazy.
And
Okay.
yes, look, we don't need to mince words or anything. I was
The
talking-
only Geno anything I support is Genoa salami from the Boar's Head.
it's delicious. I like
You're allowed to eat that?
I like Genos from
It's not.
One Punch
from One Punch Man. Genos is that's what we're talking about.
Oh, you're a
When we're
fan of
talking
One
about-
Punch Man?
Yes,
Benjamin
when we're
Netanyahu?
talking about, and that's exactly what we're trying to do to Hamas. We're trying to one punch Hamas.
in a building full of people. Interesting.
They're just, if they would just leave, they can
Remember
Is
those
it the whole thing that
remember
they
those
can't-
negotiation talks that were tried to
Wait,
be
wait,
had for
listen.
months and then that were just
We
disregarded?
gave every citizen a jetpack.
Oh, I didn't hear about this in the news.
Okay.
I didn't hear about this in the
anti-Semitic.
Right, the anti-Semitic
Right.
media didn't tell me about the jetpacks.
I'm glad you finally understand.
They didn't tell us about the jetpacks that Benjamin Netanyahu gave to every Palestinian so they could leave the Gaza Strip to jump over the walls that they set up to prevent them from leaving on foot or by boat or by vehicle. Amazing.
Listen, we understood that just like you know your former co-host that I replaced that I accidentally bombed on my way here.
Yes, Derek.
Rest in peace, Derek.
You bombed Derek?
Rest in pieces.
Yeah, it was wherever I go, I bomb, and unfortunately, he just was in the way. So
Wherever you go, you bomb. What are you, Dave Rubin?
hold on a second. I have Dave Rubin on speed dial.
He's number 7. He's right after his family, but way below Casey Anthony.
Hey, I heard everything. That's not very nice.
Fuck you.
Okay. Listen, I have much more killing to do. So thank you for having me on the podcast.
Yeah, you're welcome, Benjamin Netanyahu.
Would you like a jetpack and a bomb?
I would love a jetpack. I don't know if I want a bomb though.
Well,
Can they separate, or are the bombs in the jetpacks? And that's the kind of.
You're catching on, Christopher. You're very smart.
I see.
You're very smart, Christopher.
Thank you, Benjamin Netanyahu. That's a compliment I will take forever with me.
I will tell you, when I give you the jetpack bomb that straps on you and doesn't let go. Listen, everybody, heaven is a real and great place, right? Or something. I know. I think it's great. Here's the thing: if you're dead, you go to heaven.
Oh, so you're just helping people get to heaven? is what
Yes.
you're saying. Yes.
You're very.
Why don't you take the trip
Christopher? You're
first?
very smart.
Why don't you take the trip first? Why don't you go first?
God has told me I have much more work to do. God is tired, and he used, in the Old Testament he slaughtered so much,
Yeah.
but he specifically said, "Hey, BB, I'm gonna lob this pass to you.
Yeah.
Dunk it.
Are you gonna go back to Israel, or are you gonna go to Greece first?
I'm gonna split myself in half,
Oh.
and I'm gonna see how that works, and so I could be 2 places at once."
Half of Benjamin Netanyahu was seen hopscotching down the street in Israel, in Tel Aviv.
He splits into 2 smaller, equally sized versions of himself, and they're both doing.
Oh, he's he becomes like a Cell Jr. kind of.
Yeah, you didn't know that we have the technology to do that with all the billions of dollars he funneled to us.
Yeah, no, I had
I call them little yahoos.
Yeah.
little fucking yees.
That's really. You didn't know Kanye, when he went on Alex Jones and he tried to make that joke about a net and Yoo-hoo, that I can actually turn into those things.
I still can't get over that joke, man. I think about that every now and again.
I thought about that joke way when I first heard his name when I was like maybe 12, and I was like, no one's named that for real. And then I saw that. And I was,
Netanyahu?
Netanyahu is a funny name, but like it's so funny because it's such a funny name for such an unfunny person. You'd think that he would have
Yeah.
been like for a guy born in Philadelphia to be named Netanyahu, you'd think he would be like.
I don't think he was born there. I think he just went to school there.
He just went to school there? Why would you go to school in Philadelphia if you weren't born there?
I don't know. Go ahead and
Look it up, whatever. The point is, he could have just been a comedian.
Should have moved to New York.
Yeah, become
worked
a comedian.
with fucking every other fucking comedian that lives over there.
Yeah, he should have went to Catch a Rising Star and did a couple sets.
Yeah.
You know? But instead, he just had to bomb some Palestinians.
That's what I had to do. And anyway, thank you so much for
He was
inviting me.
born in Tel Aviv.
So
Okay,
he was
right.
born in Tel Aviv, and then he spent some time in
I think he
Pennsylvania.
might have lived in Philly.
Was he born in the Iron Dome?
Crazy?
Like in one of the missile defense things or whatever?
The Iron Dome was my womb.
Horrifying.
That'll make it like that for sure.
Anyway, yeah.
Anyway,
so what else?
I'm eternal.
Anyway, yeah, get the hell out of here, Benjamin
goodbye,
Netanyahu.
goodbye.
Fuck you.
All right, see you.
He goes, all right, see you. After being told, fuck you, get out of here. All right, see you. There's another thing that happened.
I'm back. Hey guys,
what's up, Derek?
I survived the bomb.
Oh, crazy. He said he bombed you.
Yeah, that was crazy. I was actually just getting some food or whatever,
Oh.
and then a bomb struck right in front of my face.
Oh, he went to MIT.
Oh, he went to MIT, huh?
Yeah, he went to MIT,
Gross.
and he went to Harvard as well too. So he went to MIT. He might have just lived in America for a while.
That's crazy.
He went to school with Conan O'Brien?
Yeah, I remember he had some ties to no, there's no Philly ties. I maybe I got that wrong.
Is it possible that Benjamin Netanyahu and Conan O'Brien were in the same class? Because I know Conan O'Brien went to Harvard.
He did, didn't he?
That wouldn't surprise me.
How old are both of them?
I think Netanyahu's older.
Do you think so? I don't know.
Definitely older.
How old is Conan O'Brien?
Conan O'Brien's like probably like 55, 56.
I think he's probably closer to
I think
60.
he's in his 60s.
He's in his 60s already?
I think so. That's why I'm saying, like, I think Benjamin Netanyahu's kind of close.
He seemed... I literally have no idea.
I have no concept.
Netanyahu was born 49, so 49, 50, 70,
Oh, yeah, Conan O'Brien's definitely younger than that.
76 right now.
Yeah, okay, so he's...
Yeah,
yeah,
76.
Conan O'Brien's definitely younger than that.
Yeah.
That would be fucking shocking.
Conan's still maintaining his red hair, so it's hard to clock him.
Oh, yeah, it's hard to clock gingers as they age.
Well, he's definitely doing product to his hair. His hair is not red like that probably anymore.
Well, no, it's not like red, but it's red.
Red rum.
Definitely
Red rum.
Yeah, nah.
Red rum.
He's 62. Conan is much older than I thought. He's 62.
Yeah,
Okay,
no,
so
that
62.
seems about right.
Okay, yeah.
Do you know how old Gordon Ramsay is?
5 million.
Like 58, something like that.
What do you think?
I think he's, what, like 68?
He's almost in his mid-70s.
Whoa,
You're
he looks
lying.
great.
He looks
I mean,
fantastic.
based on what I've seen, I don't know. I haven't
You're
seen him in a
lying.
while.
He looks
again.
fantastic.
He's not in his mid 70s.
He's just about.
No way.
He's almost in his mid-70s.
No way.
I can believe that,
His
'cause
kids
he's
are young. Aren't his kids sort of young?
I mean, you can fuck like at any age, you know? Busting nuts in his 50s and shit.
That's crazy. How old is his wife?
Right.
He's 58. I was literally exactly right.
He's not 58.
He's literally 58. I was exactly right.
He's not 58.
That's crazy that I was exactly. I don't know where that fucking
That is weird.
guess came out of nowhere.
That is weird.
Sometimes a guess just like hits like that.
That felt right. It felt like I looked at his birthday 3 years ago. I was like, oh, he's 55 years old. Interesting.
Yeah. Anyway,
No,
there was
you know where that number came from? Him being that old?
Where?
In a show. He said it himself.
He's
So he
77
was
years
probably
old.
Fucking lying. What a lying
Yeah,
liar
I'm
that
80
lies.
Wait. So he just
83
said
years
I'm
old.
in my mid 70s.
He said he was like 70, like 4 or something.
That's crazy.
And then I was like, that's nuts.
I can actually see him.
And then the thing is, I didn't even check it because I'm like, why would you lie?
There's no way he's that old.
It's like me with fucking Greenland and New Zealand or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was one other thing about the political situation that I didn't want to touch on. It's that Tucker Carlson interview with
Oh yeah.
Ted Cruz, who I've always hated.
Does he have any fans?
No, I know, like, who the fuck
Liking
likes Ted Cruz?
is a weird thing.
Ted Cruz, the minute I mean, I didn't like him before anyway, but like the minute like Trump was like, your wife's ugly and a whore and she's fat and a bitch, and then he was like, I love you, Mr. President.
Yep.
Like the minute that happened, I was like, wow, you're barely a man. Like you're barely even a human being.
You're a
That is crazy.
massive bitch.
I can't believe she's still with him.
It is like to have somebody.
They're definitely like separated. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Definitely.
yeah.
Like they're definitely like
for
we're not cool at all
Yeah.
anymore. But like I'll stick with you for your money.
Yeah,
You know?
I mean, yeah, because that's why he didn't say anything, right? So he can keep his position,
Right.
And so for sure, it's same. I would do the same thing if I was her. I'd be like, yeah, fuck you, but I'm still gonna stay so I can take your money for sure.
When you die, which you will,
Would you?
I'm going to take your money.
Should have. Where did you go to Cancun when everybody was freezing in fucking
Yeah.
Texas or something?
Yeah.
Famous piece of
awesome.
I mean, he did the Netanyahu thing. He was like, I'm going to Greece. Later, Tel Aviv. Enjoy
shit
the
was
missiles
crazy.
that I fucking provoked. So
Crazy.
So Tucker Carlson had an interview with Ted Cruz, and it's fucking embarrassing. It is. I don't know how you get dog walked by Tucker Carlson, because Tucker Carlson is not. He's not stupid, but he's not like the final boss. You know what I mean?
Fuck no.
Like not by any means. And I do think there is like, it's so funny because like during this interview you could see it, like where there's like an embryo of a real journalist like in there. You know what I mean? Just like chilling, where he's able to extract crazy information from people if he prods them in the right way. The fact that he got Ted Cruz to basically say like we're operating military strikes on Iran right now, and then he goes we, and it's like, well, Israel. Well, you just said we. And it's
Too
like,
late.
well, we're, and then he's stammering. He just basically admitted that we're already doing shit. It's kind of crazy. It's I mean, I don't normally recommend people watch Tucker Carlson at all because it's usually garbage.
It's insufferable.
He's like right like 20, maybe like 15% of the time.
14, solid 14.
Dude, whenever
Yeah.
he's like right, he usually
He undercuts it.
yeah,
kinda.
like the next day or the next whatever it is.
Yeah. We know from the Dominion lawsuit that he was never a fan of Trump. He always hated him, but like he went on Fox News and like slobbed his knob anyway. So like you can only have so much respect for someone at a certain point where it's just like, I don't really care about that.
Yeah.
Because you ultimately went along with it anyway.
Beef drink.
Even when you knew it was fake. But we know that that's true. Those are real emails that you can look up. But this interview is wild. Ted Cruz is a fucking idiot. He's a pig-faced moron. I can't believe that this guy has any renown even slightly.
There's no bar, man. It does like nothing matters to those people as long as you just it literally nothing matters. Like Lauren Boebert, Marjorie Taylor Greene, it doesn't matter. You can just insert somebody, and they'll be fans of them.
Yeah.
They'll do nothing for them. They'll literally take a dump on their constituents' faces. They'll get in a helicopter on the ladder and just start shitting on them, and they'll still vote for them.
That's crazy.
Like it's like Ted Cruz should have been hanged when he left while like his fucking people were dying,
freezing,
and then he's just like, I'm still here. Like it's like, no, you don't get to just fucking have your job. You did the worst thing you possibly could have done. You abandoned them when they need you most.
Yeah.
You know, like at least fucking pretend to care.
That freeze thing that happened in Texas was crazy. I've never seen anything like that, man.
The infrastructure's not built for the cold.
No, I know, but
no,
like,
this is what happens when you have fucking privatized energy.
yeah,
That they have no
help.
fucking regulations. You know, like the thing was like a privatized, like even our water in Burbank. Well, sometimes I'm like, this water seems a little, something seems a little extra. And we actually stopped using our filters for a while, and I was just buying bottled water because it seemed a little fucky. Because it's privatized here. So then, if something goes wrong,
water in California in so long, it's crazy.
well, I have a double filter to make it pretty. It tastes like it tastes almost as good as like reverse osmosis, right? But for a while, I took a break just because it's kind of, the water was smelling like paint, dude. I was like, what the fuck is this? Anyway, and then JoJo was talking to one of her coworkers, and she brought it up herself. And JoJo didn't be like, am I crazy or did this happen? So I'm like, all right, man. And I feel like they have no obligation to fucking say anything because it's a fucking private company.
Yeah, you can't. It is, but some of I remember seeing photos of like icicles hanging off of like ceiling fans, and like ceiling lights and shit, and I'm like, that is crazy, man. I get that it's not built for it, but like, still.
I have a friend over there that she showed me some stuff like they frozen. They had some flooding going on too, so it was like you said, it looked like a fucking ice cave. In some houses.
Is this the heat wave in the UK? Where it's dying, you were getting cooked in their fucking houses. Their houses are pretty much stoves.
At this point,
just stoves.
At this point, I'm like, I can't. Like, okay, we know the global warming and the climate change trajectories. At this point, if you haven't put in AC, like, I'm sorry, Scotland, England, all the fucking places up there, you can't. Even fucking Seattle, Washington. It's sorry, guys. You at least need a portable AC now. If you don't do that and you cook yourself to death, you're fucking retarded at this point. There's no point. There's no point in holding on to maybe things will get better. It's like, not really.
Yeah.
The things can keep going the other direction.
But anyway, yeah, that interview is crazy. What else?
Yeah, I didn't see that. I'll just take your word for everything. Tucker Carlson has the most.
You can look up the clips. It really is ultimately just Ted Cruz making a fool of himself in front of an idiot.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
It's kind of how it goes. Or not an idiot, but like a dishonest
hack.
Who happens to be correct in this case.
Yeah.
What else happened? Did you go to the No Kings?
I did not.
You didn't go?
Mm-mm.
Shame on you. That shit was fucking crazy.
Yeah.
I was at the Federal Building in LA.
Oh, nice.
When it started getting nuts. I'm actually on Hassan's stream, I think, for like a second.
Oh, yeah?
You could see me. But like, that was wild. Because they were just, they were rubber bullets are huge. I had no concept. Like one, like they shot at us with rubber bullets. Yeah. And I was like, oh shit. I was like dodging and shit. I don't know if I dodged anything. I was probably avoiding me.
Whoa.
But like
doing barrel rolls, it's like that somebody steps on your neck and you get trampled.
But I was there and I saw it. Dude, I saw it firsthand, man. And it is wild to see these things firsthand because you get a sense of things that's so clear in comparison to like even just a video or like, you know, high quality footage where like you could see that protesters were moving barricades to keep the cops from pushing in. And then they were like, oh shit, they're moving defensive barricades to keep us in. Let's start shooting. It was so insane. It was so outrageous. And they was so far away too. Like they were nowhere near the police when they were moving the barricades, but they still like shot. And I saw some dude get domed in the fucking nose with a rubber bullet, and he was like bleeding like crazy. He was like, "Fuck these guys!" And he had like it was like a stream, and I was like, "Yo, that's fucking nuts." They were throwing tear gas. They were fucking. It was nuts to be in that area at that time. It was like, "Yo, this is chaos. This is crazy." And I remember, dude, they had flashbangs. I had no clue how loud a flashbang was because why would you? I guess.
Light.
Huh?
I thought it was just light. I was like, why?
Well, I mean,
the light wouldn't.
Why are my ears ringing from this
light
flash?
wouldn't
The light,
disorient you.
they are not bright at all. There's no shine at all. They just go off and they stun you. I think I was far enough away, or at least by the time like people were started getting shot, I was like, oh shit. So I moved away. Obviously, I don't want to be shot, but that shit was crazy. But it was so clear that like, oh, the police are the people who agitate these things the most. And then what I noticed too is that there was a curfew, right? And it was like, I think, what time was it for? Do you guys remember like the notifications that you got on your phone?
I think because I was in
I think it was 8.
Yeah, it was like, I think you're right. Yeah, there was that because that was my guess. It was like 8 p.m. curfew, right? So everybody out after 8 p.m., you're arrested or whatever. And what I noticed that they would do is like at 6 p.m., they would get the police and they would form like this crazy like wall of policemen and they would enclose on an area to keep people from leaving at 6 p.m. Like I managed to sneak out somehow, but like they would enclose people. And so like they couldn't leave. And so if they were stuck there for like 2 hours, then they would basically entrap them. And so like, hey, you're out past curfew. We have to arrest you.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Oh, yeah.
It's crazy to watch. There were like there's a great photo that a friend of mine took of these Marines standing in front of like. And by the way, I really feel like the Marines did not want to be there.
Of course,
like
they didn't want to fucking be there.
Based on the conversations that I overheard between them, and like based on the conversations that they were having with just like people on the street who would like come up to them and talk to them, they just seemed so over it. And I think these two Marines in particular stood in front of this big spray paint thing. That said fuck ICE, but they stood in front of it almost as if like they were begging to be photographed. Like they were like dead center and it was just two of them. Like there was no way they were stationed there. It was very bizarre.
Yeah.
So like I got kind of a sense of, I don't know, like nobody was kind of, except for like the LAPD, of course, who loves...
Yeah.
They love just tear gassing random fucking people.
Love a
for
good
no-
riot.
Yeah, I mean,
But dude, rubber bullets are fucking... They're big, dude.
Yeah.
I saw a couple people get shot. Domed.
Oh yeah,
As to say.
if you want some battle scars, I mean that's the best way to do it. Especially there's a lot of people, especially younger people that protest. They kind of want to be in the line of fire to kind of prove that like they really give a fuck, and you don't have to get yourself hurt. I wouldn't recommend it, especially if you're young. You know, you're listening to this right now. Don't you should probably try to not get hurt. But I understand also. It is kind of cool to have a battle scar. I get it.
Yeah,
you know, I kind of get the balance, but I would personally prefer, you know, especially I'm much older now. I felt a little bit different at the time where I was much more active. I was considered myself like an activist and I would do stuff and organize sometimes. Now I'm tired. But I say I'm fucking proud to see everybody that went out. I actually, this is so funny. The contrast of what all y'all were doing. And we had, me and JoJo had she booked some tickets for us to go to the Huntington, like the botanical gardens, the Chinese, Japanese gardens. And
I saw the photos.
Dude, I put no photos up because I'm like, okay, here's all these people at the No Kings protest, and I'm in this flowery fucking garden in like in the whitest, most peaceful bullshit. I was like, this is so fucking like insensitive right now. I was just like,
JoJo didn't give a fuck.
yeah, she didn't even.
He's European. You don't give a fuck about. It's like,
She's
it's
fucking
typical European Americans getting mad and protesting about things.
Oh, yeah,
they'll get over it. We can't protest back home. They'll bomb our house.
Bro, she can't fucking stand. Like she can't. It's mainly the healthcare. She's so upset.
Of course.
She's so fucking mad.
Of course.
Yeah.
It's so broken.
Yeah. So
That's all we wanted, man. that's all I would have settled for so little. You know what I mean? Like I just like give me healthcare. Like fine. I just want my tax dollars to feel like it's going towards me in some way.
For me, the thing is healthcare
You know?
and then
That's
just
it.
It's a bare
decent
minimum.
education. That's it. Healthcare and then like a decent standard of education across the country, and the country would be. Well, first of all, it wouldn't be this because they'd be like, "Oh, we can't let it get to this."
sure.
Yeah.
and then two, they can live, you know. So like, maybe not. Those things are gonna work for like the current form of America, but you know.
Oh well.
Do you think anyone's gonna try to? Do you think Congress is too cowardice to try to oust Trump at all?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Man.
And he's gonna pass away before he gets kicked out of the office. Like the only way he's leaving is if he passes away or he doesn't go for the third term. But he's not like,
Or he's gonna slip on those stairs at Air Force One.
And he busts his head open.
Yeah, they're not.
That's the only, like, because dude, like those stairs. I think every president has slipped on those stairs.
I think you have to eventually.
Yeah, it makes sense. I mean, like, yeah, if you spend enough time
because
going
they're
up.
relics too.
Yeah,
like
well,
Obama did too because he was a relatively young man compared to everybody else going up there.
Obama did trip.
He did trip too.
Of course, it's you're going up those stairs like how many times? Like
it was
you're bound to
crazy
miss
though.
a step.
Do you remember when he did it? Like he like broke his neck, but then he like reset it. And
Oh
then
yeah.
kept going.
It was like a 90 degree.
Bo
it was a
came there.
completely 90 degree bend, and then he just kind of like
And then Bo was like
he fucking sugar watered himself back to
sugar water.
Sugar watered.
But yeah, shout out to everybody
What a
shout out to everybody at the No Kings March. It was fucking
huge.
It was awesome to see everybody there. I ran into a couple fans there, which was cool. That was nice to see.
Yeah.
What?
Did you catch any of Trump's rally? His parade?
Oh my god, the military parade.
His parade?
It's so funny. I didn't see anything about it until like the day after, obviously.
Yeah.
But like dude, there's one shot of a Squeaky Tank that I actually still feel like I don't know how much I believe that that's real because it seemed edited. Like it seemed like if you wanted to make something funny on purpose, that's how you would do it. And so like I thought like that's got to be an edit. There's no way the tank was like squeaking like that. Like really.
It was.
That's so fucking wild.
There's
I gave him the benefit of the doubt. I was like that's got to be an edit. It couldn't have been that bad.
It's great, dude. It could not have gone any better. Like, let's just put it that way.
The juxtaposition is
the
wild.
parade, the fucking military just not
Being
giving
so
a
out of
fuck.
coordination.
They just didn't care.
That's crazy.
They were just walking. They weren't even trying to be coordinated. Because if 100 of people right now, we could eventually at least try, and it would be better than what they didn't try. They didn't give a shit. They were just
a lot of people that are in the military were like, yeah, they didn't give a fuck. They didn't get cleared and just didn't.
because like why would you,
I genuinely think, and I know that this is kind of like, there's an element of like projection here in some sense, where it's just like, oh, this would be cool if this was this. But I'm self-aware enough to know that like, oh yeah, I mean, whatever. You can want something to be a certain way, and it's not necessarily how it is. But the way that they were so passionlessly marching, you know, like it did strike me as like they understand that this is dumb.
Yes.
You know, I don't, because I've seen marches before, even in the U.S., where it's pretty.
Yeah,
I mean,
like, if you tried, it would have looked better. They weren't trying.
I've literally been to like military base, like, because my dad was in the army, and I remember like seeing them practice and shit. And they're good.
Well, the fact that
they know how to do it, and so the fact that at this military parade that they weren't doing it is so interesting to me. Yeah, because it just strikes me as like intentional. But I also acknowledge that could just be like looking for meaning.
I think it's intentional, but it's just intentionally. What is the intent is really the question,
right? Like
is
a silent protest?
Is it a silent protest, or is it literally just apathy? They're like, this fucking sucks. I don't care. You know,
either way is funny.
Yeah,
quite frankly,
I think it's more of the apathy thing. They're just like this. This doesn't feel. They didn't fuel them with pride or fucking anything, any
No.
patriotism to march for this fucking asshole. He didn't do it like, especially if you're in the military. You understand at a certain level that Trump is not a tough guy. He's not it's usually it's civilians who think he's tough.
Yeah.
They think he's a man.
Or people
and
who are
shit.
just too far gone.
The people, like, usually if you're like, okay, my fucking commander, my this, my that, or whatever, these people that are actually kind of hard nosed and shit, you understand they're not doughy Trump that thinks literally exercising is bad for you. Like, that is a real thing.
Well,
He
hold
thinks
on.
exercising is bad for you.
Well, hold on. He might have a point. I've seen people get really hurt exercising.
Do you, I love that. Do you know his real theory?
Oh yeah, it's like something like you have a finite amount of energy.
Yeah,
or
you're
something.
a battery.
Yeah, you're a battery.
You're a battery. So if you're exerting more of your energy, you only have a finite. It's like your heartbeats. They say.
Yeah,
Like, you only
have like a finite number of heartbeats.
I was like, that's stupid.
I could believe that.
So then that means if you never exercise, you can live for like 300 years.
I no, but what I think is like, here's what I think. I think if you have a panic attack every single day,
Yeah.
right, and
Yeah.
your heart rate climbs every single day. Let's say you have 3 panic attacks a day. You're not gonna make it to 75.
No.
You know what I mean?
But
Because your
that's
heartbeats
not-
are being used
But
up.
that does not mean it's not the heartbeats being used up. It's the fact that your body is not
But
at
Kingston-
a state of rest.
Kingston, do you know that we don't have a finite number of heartbeats?
How could you even quantify that? Like, what
I guess
is
you don't know then. So it's valid.
The degree of examination
I do.
that would take
You're
is
right, Chris. I agree
crazy.
with Trump, actually.
Because then how would you project how many heartbeats you have? How do you project that?
I don't know, math?
How?
Did
what do you
say-
mean? Like
did
a
you say
formula?
meth or math?
Math.
What formula?
I have been watching Breaking Bad though.
More formula. Give me the basis of the formula. How you project that?
I don't know. But E equals fucking heartbeats squared divided by years. I don't know.
E equals fucking heartbeat. Excuse me.
Divided by years. I don't know.
By year. I like. That's a good equation.
Yeah. Write that down. Write that down so we don't forget this. Really, put that on a shirt.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, we're working on some. There's gonna be some new merch really soon. I ordered some samples, so I should be wearing one by the next episode. Well, maybe not by the next episode, but like episode after that. We're gonna have a drop. I would probably say in the next couple weeks, because there's a few things that we've got cooking
I
that
like that.
I'm pretty excited about.
Sorry, I'm so not legible.
Snarktank.shop, by the way.
Yeah,
So
Snark
frighteningly stupid.
E equals fucking heartbeat square.
Divided by years.
Oh, divided by year.
So
Sorry.
put years under here, basically. You know, under the line.
Basically.
What should I put
No, you put the
How about
line.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah,
put
so
the line
just
and
put
then
years
put years
underneath
under it.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
Yeah, there we go.
actually
That's
divided
the
by
formula
years.
for fucking whatever I'm saying.
Yeah. Fucking heartbeat square divided by years. So fucking awesome.
Such a wild waste of life. You know?
I have thought about that before. There's like, oh, you've only got like a certain number of heartbeats, and it stresses me out whenever I like panic a little bit because I'm like, damn, it's like a day probably.
I think it's funny knowing how much you like, seeing how much longer you have left of life.
Yeah.
And you trying to make decisions that are gonna make you have a longer life. You're like, all right, it's going down. Okay, all right, good. Yeah, let me go out here. And then you're walking, all of a sudden it goes to 0 because you get hit by a car immediately. You're just trying to navigate what makes your life extend the furthest, but then you die anyway.
Life would be so weird.
Oh,
I
no,
don't even know how to. Like, what if it was?
Society wouldn't exist.
What if it was like Expedition 33? You know, you're like, fuck. I know exactly when I'm done. And you're like, okay.
At that moment, just
Are
give up.
you doing like crazy shit? Like, are you doing?
Just give up.
You know, especially when your time is up, when that thing's about to clock, you know that like, oh shit, I'm about to be this. So let's say you're the 33 one. You're like, fuck, I'm about to be 33. Are you like,
I'm jerking off the rest of my time.
yeah? Are you busting on people? Are you doing like
well,
crazy
not on
shit?
people?
Well, what happens? What
Whoa,
happens?
why?
if-
What's the
what
difference?
happens if? That's crazy. That's
being a good person. I guess.
not being a piece of shit in your final moments instead of busting on someone and be like,
Do you think?
disappear.
Let me ask you something. Do you think if you were a perfect person your entire life, right?
Yeah.
Let's say you're like 78 or whatever, and you know you've lived an unconventionally like really great life. You know, like you never lied, not even a white lie. Like you're just like a good, upstanding person.
Whoa.
But in your last day, you come on someone, and they don't want it.
Yeah, they don't want it.
Dude, are you going to hell?
No.
You don't think so?
According to is this
It
according
is sexual
to?
assault. It is kind of one of the most extreme.
I'm
one of
going
the
to be 100% honest. I don't think God cares about that.
Well, yeah.
I don't think that's a bad I don't think that like coming on. Well, actually, to be fair, he might be upset that you're wasting the seed. So I didn't think about that. He might be like, "Hey,
You're wasting your.
put that in a pussy."
Yeah.
So he wants you to shovel it off of the face, and if you came on a woman,
Yeah, you're good. You're in good standing. 78-year-old seed.
yeah.
That definitely does not have anything bad about it at all.
It might be all autistic sperm, but it's still sperm still works. You know, you have probably 100% chance of having an autistic kid, but it's still.
What do you
Do
think
you
would happen?
do you even the odds out if you like make up for like if a 78-year-old guy
I know what you're gonna say.
had sex with like a 22-year-old woman, is the baby like evened out in some sense?
Yeah, I think we gotta ask who's one of
Or
those
like the reverse, like a I don't know, like a 19-year-old guy
19-year-old
with like a 45-year-old woman. Because I know like 245s and like 260s ain't doing a good.
I think
ain't making a good one.
Yeah.
Geriatric pregnancies?
a woman that just has like she's on her final egg or whatever.
Yeah, it's like the last. It's like
it's
a
all
century egg.
And it's all dented and all wrong and shit. It's like, oh,
And then a
well.
young stallion that's fucking got like he can fill up like an 8-ounce glass full of cum
one bus.
with one.
One bus. 8-ounce glass of cum. Like, what the
Can you imagine how
fuck?
inconvenient that would be if you just
you
want to
came
jack
8
off?
ounces?
If you just want to jack off and now you're like,
You'd have to jack off in your tub.
That's so disgusting.
You'd have to do it.
That's so
that
heinous.
is. I would be very disgusted.
You have to come when you come. You put your head of your dick in the,
All right, well,
toilet so you can come right into
We're at an
the
hour and
water.
five. We're at an hour and 5. We got to get into questions.
All right.
That's so unfortunate.
If he had the opportunity, like if God was like, I'm gonna grant you the opportunity to increase your load by 2 sizes.
I think it would have been really fun when I was younger.
By 2 sizes?
Yeah, like 2, like so you're the average size you have now, but you increase it by 2 times it by 3.
Okay.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah,
you
I
go
don't think
for it?
it's
It's not that useful right now, but
It's
like,
I think it would just be funny.
It's not useful. It's just cool.
yeah, like when I was younger, it would have been funny because I love the person I'm with now. I don't want to fucking get her in the splash zone, you know. But like when I was younger, this fucking random bitch I fucked like maybe twice. Hell yeah,
You don't want to be like,
splat, like fucking Nickelodeon slime
okay,
time.
okay.
Shit.
Here's the thing. Okay, so here's the thing.
You suck. You suck.
God is going to. You have no choice. You have to pick one.
Okay.
Just for whatever reason, God's just being crazy. He's like, all right,
Again,
I'm going to, I'm gonna decrease your penis size by 3 inches, but you're gonna have like porn-worthy OG Mudbone loads. Do you know OG Mudbone, the
I
black
have
dude?
no concept of what that is.
This
Like, has
black
a
dude
fake
has
penis?
a prosthetic penis, and it looks like he's essentially super soakering milk at their faces.
Why?
It's fucking
it's
hilarious,
hilarious.
dude.
It is hilarious.
Jordan pulled it out.
It showed Ziggy at my party.
Yeah. At his birthday party.
I was crying when she was so upset. She was like, "Why?"
That is so dumb.
The best thing is his sound, the sound he makes. Like it's so funny, dude. Anyway, yeah. So you're gonna do that, or he's gonna increase your penis size by 3 inches, but like you have 0 cum. You don't cum anymore.
Do I feel the sensation of like ejaculating, but I can't come?
Well, yeah, I guess that wasn't part of the deal. So you still feel it, but you just have, getting a chick pregnant is pretty much off the table unless you put your ball in her pussy or something.
My raw ball in her pussy.
Yeah, your prostate, your ball.
Take my ball out
feel
of
like
the
either
fucking
one-
sack.
Yeah.
Unroll it, then put it inside of her, and then move it around a little bit.
You gotta
Take
choose
it
one.
out.
3 inches smaller, OG Mudbone loads. 3 inches bigger, no load at all.
The 3 inches bigger just sounds like a benefit in life, honestly, because I don't exactly want kids, so like it just sounds like a benefit.
You don't want kids?
Even 27 inches, and then I don't forget. Even 27, and then I don't. What
Did
you? I
you
can't.
just-
Like,
Are you implying you have a 24-inch dick?
All right, well. Let's move on to questions.
Walk around with that much dick is insane. Just strolling around with 2 foot of dick is crazy.
Let's go on over to our
do I hide
questions.
it?
Bro, that's like
Let's go on over to our page, our questions and our write-ins from patreon.com/Snark Tank. Remember, you can go over there.
Oh,
Ad free early access, all that shit. There's a $1 tier, there's a $5 tier, $25 tier to get your name right at the end of the show. All that jazz.
Mm-hmm.
We shall begin. Man of Action wrote in. He says, figured you tards would be into this. There's a 4-issue comic book continuation of the 90s Spider-Man series that resolves the cliffhanger coming out. And then he links just basically the report about it.
Yeah, fuck that.
I'm so bummed by this, man. I can't even tell you. Because I didn't watch X-Men 97 because I didn't watch the X-Men show growing up, and I just don't care.
Mm-hmm.
But like, didn't they show
Peter's in it twice. Yeah.
Peter in it, which kind of indicated that, like, oh, hey, we're gonna get a show.
We
maybe
all thought that.
Well, this is my saving grace, right? Maybe the comic takes place because at the time we see the show, MJ's back already.
Okay,
MJ's already back.
that's true.
So it might take place between him getting getting MJ back,
I'm not understanding
and then the show might take place after that point.
I'm sorry. Wait. By the time we see the show, wait. What are you saying?
MJ's back already.
So in X-Men 97, at the end where they show Peter, MJ is back.
Yeah, she's with him.
So
X-Men 97.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So they might go from that area of a point where like it's because it's 97 in their universe of the shows already. You know, it's already 97. So that means that they might go from 97 for Peter as well, and then go forward. That would be cool. This doesn't bode well.
I like your optimism.
This doesn't bode well. Don't get me wrong. This doesn't bode well because of the fact that
I like your optimism.
who the fuck wouldn't have wanted to see Peter go into a different dimension and find MJ?
Yeah,
but
that's not happening, dude. That's crazy.
I love the optimism.
I can't imagine them. I can't imagine with the success of 97. Unanimous praise. Like even haters are like, "Oh, it was amazing."
Well, you know why? Because they got that other Spider-Man show that's happening right now. The weird
Friendly
one.
Neighborhood.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
It's not a bad show, but also like I want the other one. Man.
Of course, everybody wants the
I
other.
want the other
Like
one,
that's when I saw this.
the Spider-Man, man.
This is my favorite incarnation of Spider-Man, probably. Like I love the aesthetic of that show. I love the cartooniness of it. I love how 90s it is. I like how jacked everybody is.
I feel like if you're anywhere near our age,
Yeah.
it's unanimous.
Yeah.
Like that's
The
that's
younger
the
ones are
Spider-Man.
Spectacular Spider-Man. Our age is that show.
Spider blood, radioactive spider. Like I just, dude, I adore that. I really love that show.
Yeah.
And I love Christopher Daniel Barnes as Spider-Man. He's like my favorite voice. Like when I think of Spider-Man speaking, that's the voice that I hear.
Still him.
100%.
Always. It's that and Reno Romero, or there was a guy who also, he kind of sounded like him as well, but he did Spider-Man Unlimited. And he did
Oh,
Spider-Man.
that's not the same person?
No.
Oh, that's crazy.
But it's close, right?
Yeah,
it's kind of
not that
crazy. He also did it in the Spider-Man PS1 games for Neversoft. So Spider-Man and Spider-Man 2 Enter Electron, the PS1.
I wonder if he did the Marvel vs. Capcom games then.
He did, I think. I think he was, yeah, because
That had to be him.
that was the animated series. Or not the animated series, that was around the same time.
Okay.
But those two are like the quintessential Spider-Man voices in my head. Like those are who I hear. And so to see that they are continuing the Spider-Man animated series, but they're doing it in a form that erases like 50% of the reason why I love that show, which is the soundscape. The sound effects are like the webs and like, you know, the theme song and the fucking, you know, everybody's voice in the show.
I mean, I'm buying those comics for sure.
And just seeing
I know you will.
That's a piece. That's
Yeah.
a
And I'm
piece
sure
of,
it'll
like,
be cool to know.
art I have
yes,
to
to
have,
actually have some tonality of like
that's a piece
this
of
is
art
what
I have
happened.
to own. Like I have to own that. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, it's
It's
one of
just a
those
bummer.
things. I'm definitely I want to see what happens, but yeah, especially we saw X-Men 97 was dope, so it's like, oh man, imagine this, but as Spider-Man, and I wonder what the motivation, like what, because you know, they know that's what everybody wants. What is the problem? That's what I want to know. Like, why did that not work out?
Yeah,
I would love to know that.
I don't know what it has to be.
I have
think
no concept.
They might have greenlit this Spider-Man show before they did that, and they were like, "We already have one greenlit. Fuck it, let's just do this."
It's like I see no problem there being two simultaneously.
Yeah, me neither. Honestly, like who cares?
I would love if they chose that show. They had two of them, but I know that people would be like, "Well, there's two Spider-Man shows. That's too much going on."
And those people should be hit over the head with a fucking
People are
brick.
gonna complain. I think the problem is that no matter what Marvel does ever anymore, even if it's a good or bad decision, it just doesn't reign well with the consumers anymore. People are just kind of over the Marvel amount of things.
I think
I'll tell you one.
matter
I'll
what.
tell you, man. If I saw a trailer for a new animated series with Christopher Daniel Barnes, like continuing the '90s animated, I would have been so over the moon, man. I would have been so excited to see that.
I think even all those like what do they call the anti-woke people would be excited for it because they have to shit on everything.
Yeah.
They'll try to find some, like they try to do that for X-Men, right? X-Men '97 when it first came out, they're like, oh, like, I forgot what it was. There was like a screenshot of something that they tried to shit on, and then of course,
I think it's like they got rid of Rogue's ass or something,
something there was,
which is egregious.
there was that, and there was something else. It said it was like a newspaper.
That is sad. I feel worse about them doing that than I felt about, like, I don't know, Schindler's List.
It was a travesty. It really, because her ass is a staple of that show.
It's a
all
perfect
all
ass.
of those characters' designs in general, they were like hyper sexualized designs.
Whatever.
But that was the 90s. That
Yeah,
was
they
the
look great.
90s.
They look fucking fantastic.
I thought it was cool.
I don't want realistic bodies on superheroes. Who cares?
I don't want women as super. I mean, seriously, bodies on superheroes.
Yeah, it was like
Imagine if Superman looked like Kingston.
That'd be terrible.
That would be
so sad.
Or any one of us, really.
I'm gonna be real.
Be fucking sad.
That would recapture. It would reintroduce me to. It would interest me again because I haven't been interested in Superman for a while.
When's that?
What?
Oh, sorry to interrupt.
Oh
you.
no!
I was gonna ask when that movie's coming out. Is that soon?
When is it? It has to be in the next couple months,
End of the month,
right?
I think. I think end of the month.
Yeah, it's
End of the
definitely
month?
like a summer thing, right? Oh, it's at the end.
End of the month, I
It's in
think.
June.
And I think the other one, Fantastic Four, comes out beginning of next month.
Okay.
Let me check. I've had
That'd be
my
fun.
tickets already.
I do want to see that. I do want to see it. It
The
looks like
Superman looks.
it looks cool.
It looks fun.
The Superman looks. It looks good. It looks. The only thing I wonder, it looks like they're introducing too much.
Yeah, it seems like a lot.
Yeah.
At
There's
the
going
same
to be
time.
a lot dropped on people for that movie for sure.
It almost seems like they're trying to. You know what it looks like based on like the trailers that I'm seeing.
Mm-hmm.
It almost feels like, you know, when like a pilot episode of a show happens and they're trying to kind of like introduce you to every little facet of what will eventually be.
Yeah.
That's kind of what it seems like. Where it's just like, what's that guy's name? Mr. Terrific. Is that the guy's name? Here's
Yeah.
Mr. Terrific. Here's Crypto the Superdog. Here's the androids. Here's the Fortress of Solitude. Here's fucking
hot girl.
Lex Luthor. Yeah.
There's fucking everybody, and I'm like, brother, you don't have to catch up to Marvel. You don't.
Oh,
That's
it's July.
it's July.
July.
Okay.
When?
11th. is when it
Fantastic
comes
or Superman?
out. Superman.
Okay.
Fantastic Four is, I think, sometime that month as well.
It's gonna
Probably
be a busy month.
I don't think DC's like they're still trying to catch up to Marvel. It's stupid.
I think he's trying to sow the roots of stuff like that, where he's like, all right, this is all going to be happening sooner or later.
I don't think you should do that. I think you should worry about Superman.
Oh, that's the end of the month,
It's too
July.
late though. It's too late. It's already done.
I mean,
it's already
yeah.
done.
It could be good.
I think it'll be good.
It's probably gonna be good. I'm just kind of like.
I'm happy Nathan Fillion's a Green Lantern.
Every time I see
that makes me very
that is
happy.
fun.
Finally.
I see too many things. The thing is, like, every time I see like a lot of characters introduced in like a trailer or something, my brain immediately goes to Spider-Man 3. You know what I mean? Where I'm like, you're juggling too many things here.
Well, Spider-Man 3 could have worked if the director knew who the fuck the characters were. That's the biggest problem. He didn't know who the fuck Venom. He's like, Venom? Like from a snake? Like, I'm sure he said those words actually when they fucking first told him about it.
Part of it, that's partly.
He
yes,
didn't give
that
a
is
fuck
true.
about those
That
characters.
is very true. Yes, that the cat. Topher Grace.
Yeah.
It's funny.
Eddie Brock, and Venom mean nothing to Sam Raimi at all. It's
Yeah.
like so
What?
late. It's so after his time.
Same thing with the fucking multiverse, Doctor Strange. What? He was probably like,
Oh yeah, I'm sure, but
What?
like they're like
he
look,
knows who the character is. He's probably like,
yeah.
He was probably like, "Oh, sick! I like Doctor Strange. I want to do another Doctor Strange movie." And then they were like, "It's got to be a multiverse movie." And he was like,
He's like fuck
"Okay."
Dormammu.
And then
he probably
remember,
knows who Dormammu is. But
I
like,
don't know if he does.
but that's Doctor Strange.
Yeah,
Like,
I don't-
if
was he okay? I don't know how big of a fan he was. I thought it would be like surface level, not like I read Doctor Strange.
I think
don't
he
know.
probably knows
I literally
Dormammu.
don't know.
I think he knows who he is.
but I don't know if
think
he-
he's a classic comic book fan. I think like
Okay.
if you ask him about classic comics, he'd probably tell you about like when characters were when he was 7 and the character
Yeah.
existed for like 15 years maybe.
Okay.
He knows. But
Okay.
like
but the thing with that is like that movie too was supposed to come out. I think that and the Spider-Man movie were supposed to come out like they were swapped in the order,
Oh, really?
and so like they had to rewrite
Probably
a
both
shit
of
ton of
them.
the movie, because like one came out after the other or something.
Oh, yeah.
And so it was like, well, I guess I'll give you fucking cool looking shit. Like, I mean,
I'll give you a fucking music moment, a music part, I guess, and that's it.
yeah, I don't know. I still like that movie the way it looks. But
It
like,
has
I could
some
give a
great
fuck about what
fucking
ha-
scenes.
I think the way it looks is really,
Well,
really
I
cool.
also
think
didn't
there's really
see-
dumb moments, but it looks amazing.
what was it? I
her
didn't
crawling out of the fucking mirrors is so sick.
It's awesome.
Like,
What's the movie the series she was in?
WandaVision.
Oh, WandaVision?
Yeah,
Yeah, clearly had nothing to do with
I
that
didn't see
show.
that shit.
I didn't watch that shit either
So
because why
I
the
had
fuck would
no,
WandaVision is a good show, actually.
I had no connection.
Genuinely. Until the end of it. It was like a really good, like sort of like
Apparently
thematic for each episode kind of represented the era of like American television, like a decade.
I? Sure, I don't know.
And that was really cool. And the
I just don't
concept
like
was
that.
cool.
I just don't like that they did that, man. They for you to truly appreciate this movie, you had to see that. And I just had no interest in watching. I had, to be fair, I haven't seen any of them. I haven't seen any Disney Plus.
That's the
stuff,
problem
really.
with modern
Particularly
Marvel
now,
writing
yeah.
now. It's just like, because that movie I maintain is like a fun visual thing to watch, but like the shit that you have to have seen to go into that with any meaning is so stupid.
Also,
Right,
like the
right.
fact the movie contradicts the end of them, like that, like it just contradicts itself. It's like Wanda went through all that shit, and she's like, "All right, cool. I understand like the problems I had, and I did some fuck shit, and I used Vision incorrectly, and that was all wrong." And it's like, but now she kidnaps America immediately,
I don't know.
and then tries to use this young person to do some fuck shit again. It's like, what was her arc then?
Kidnaps America. What is she, Israel?
In the, was she on that series? She like kind of understood the errors of her ways in that series.
Yeah, she still had the dark hold at the end of it, but it's like she was, she wasn't a fucking crazy person willing to kill a child.
The movie,
She wasn't-
the movie is simultaneously like requires the show, but also ignores it. So, as from what I heard, so like I don't know.
That's funny.
Who gives a shit?
Yeah, that's funny.
Poor Raimi, man. Like every time he gets a movie, like the studio's like, "Hey, we're gonna fuck with this endlessly." Sorry. Oh, hey, you know this story that you agreed to? We're gonna have to like completely redo it because like another movie's coming out before. Sorry,
I
whoops.
think it's so insane.
Yeah.
It's so crazy. Just
They
like,
need
bro,
to-
let him cook. Just let him do something for you.
They
Would
need
be
to
nice.
just let the MCU not like let the MCU have like Daredevil and them will be like the street level people and they're on the shows, and then let there be movies that do their own thing. That's it. Let them like have separate spaces. And it's unfortunate Spider-Man would be better in the show, but because of him being Spider-Man, he has to be in the movies.
Yeah.
So it's gonna lead to like these adventures that could be fun relatively. They could be pretty okay, but they're not gonna be as good.
That Spider-Man game at fucking Disney, by the way, that ride sucked.
The web thing, the
That-
web warrior.
Yeah, that fucking.
I thought it was fun.
That fucking VR thing where you got to do this and shit.
I thought it was
I
fun.
couldn't believe how fucking lame that was. Jesus Christ,
I haven't seen that.
it's horrible.
I think it's fun, but it's not the best ride.
Well, no,
It's no
obviously.
Guardians. It's no Guardians Tower.
It's it's literally just a chair that goes up and down. I like how we're just comparing.
Okay.
Because it's
But,
fun.
it is fun. It
It's
is
a fun
fun.
chair that goes up and down. I'd love to grab you and hold your eyes open at the top of it and see you panic. Like, we're going to die, you know, right?
Here's-
I'm not going on the ride.
You know, Israel's almost here, right? We're going to die, right?
Can you imagine being at the top of that? Can you imagine being at the top of that thing in like Tel Aviv and then seeing?
And you're because of the situation, the bomb lands, then you get down there afterward.
You can't even tell like what's part of the ride or anything. And then like the theme park staff tries to play it off. We're like, it's a great ride, huh?
It's born away.
They all look like Gus Fring. The ethereal spinning fleshlight wrote in. He says, "What's up, adobo, sazon, and onion powder? What's something you saw in any piece of media that so inaccurately represented something you would be an expert in that it made you angry?" While playing The Last of Us Part 2, Mel tells Abby she needs sterile surgical equipment or sterile surgical instruments from the hospital. The problem is, given it was in an ambulance for about 25 years, none of that instrumentation would be sterile. It has to be stored at 65 degrees Fahrenheit with a maximum of 60% humidity. Source, I work in the OR where we make fun of penises. I knew they made fun of penises in there, man.
Yeah, I would.
Course,
I would
how
too.
Would they not?
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I knew.
Yeah, like how
You think they like flick their balls too?
that's crazy.
Does that do it like
Powerful ball flicks.
You wake up
Sue can wake him up with a ball flick.
immediately, fucking like just wake up. And, what's happening?
One
Christ.
swollen ball and like so
Fuck,
one
I'm-
fat ball.
I'm nauseous in my dream?
Yeah,
Why does my tummy hurt in my mind? What's happening?
I'll tell you this. I don't know if I have many examples of this, but I do have something where, like, I remember watching is an episode of Dexter. And there's an episode of Dexter. I'm sure I've brought this up on the show before because it's one of my favorite things that I've ever seen.
Yeah.
But there's an episode of Dexter that takes place in, like, maybe 2008, 2009 or something. It was like when Dexter was out. I don't remember when. Maybe 2010. But he's in his office. And he's playing a Halo 3 on a PC, which was impossible.
Yeah.
But that's not a big deal.
Yeah.
To me, the big thing was that he was playing Halo 3 and both of his hands are on the fucking keyboard.
Yeah, he didn't have to.
So like he's like moving and aiming with fucking buttons. And then he's
remapped his keys, sir.
that is psychotic.
He is psychotic. Is the thing.
No, but like no,
That's
but
the point. He
no,
is
my
psychotic.
favorite thing about it is that like he's like he's giving like a monologue or something where like some guy walks in and he goes, "What are you doing in there?" And it cuts to the worst gameplay you've ever seen of just like and it's like just another dude in custom games dying in front of him, not fighting back at all. And he looks at the camera and he goes, "Winning." And I love it so much because it's
That's awesome.
like it's not a big deal, but it's so everything about it is wrong.
I love Dexter. That show's so funny.
But imagine like the thing to me is like imagine caring enough about Halo 3 that you write it into an episode of Dexter, right?
It's 'cause it's
And then you give no way to act or no context of like what should be happening or why it would be relevant or like how to make that come across well. It's such a strange choice. And there's a lot of that in media too. Like I had no idea. I'm watching Breaking Bad again. There's like they're just sitting there watching Aqua Teen Hunger Force, like in the living room.
Who's Jesse's house? Probably.
No, Walt Jr.'s like I swear to God in like season 2 or something.
Well, to have a life
Walt
like him, you
Jr.'s
gotta have a sense of humor.
Walt Jr.'s like all crippled and like watching TV in the living room,
sure.
like this.
Yeah.
And he's like watching it, and it's Aqua Teen Hunger Force, and Skylar comes in and doesn't care.
This guy was like, "I love Shake."
Well, that's the thing.
Shake's
It's
the
like
best.
It's like, bro, like of all the shows to pick, like you could have chose anything, right?
Yeah.
But then you choose like Aqua Teen Hunger Force, which is specifically a show that I would imagine they would be like, you can't watch that. What are you doing?
Yeah, that is kind of.
It's such a weird.
That is
And I know they play
interesting.
Sonic 06 or something in it. I think as well. I swear to God, I think. Like, because there's a scene in Jesse's house where he's
Jesse,
like,
this game sucks.
Jesse, I like Shadow the Hedgehog more.
Jesse, why does Sonic kiss a human girl? Mr. White is the plot.
Hey,
Shut up.
Mr. White. He's gay, you know. He's gay. Yo, bitch.
No Sonic of mine is gay.
I gotta go fast, Jesse. And he gets him, he runs out
I
the
gotta
house.
go fast, Jesse.
He's not your Sonic, yo.
He just starts eating them.
He starts eating. How much meth do they like eat before they die?
Eat?
Yeah,
Do you eat meth?
absolutely not. But
Can you?
Walter White does.
Well, you can eat meth.
Go ask
You
Walter
can-
White.
You can eat diamonds, technically.
Fair. You just go ask him.
This year, 2025's annual meth eating contest,
Yeah.
featuring the undisputed champion Walter White.
Walter White, and he's
Down,
competing
down,
against that, like, what is that guy's
down.
name, like Takashi? What is it, Kobayashi?
Yeah, the
Kobayashi,
the
the guy, like,
Japanese guy.
yeah, that guy that, like, fucking eats all the hot dogs and shit.
He has a low set tummy, literally.
But see, Walter cheats because he invented a teleporter in his stomach. That teleport, like once he's filled up, it teleports all the meth out.
He
Oh.
invented a meth
Where
diffuser
does
in his
it, where,
tummy.
does it, where does it go to?
Right to
Space?
Gustavo Free.
Space. That's phenomenal. That's a
It's a good idea, right?
fantastic idea. It's a way to get rid of a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
like people.
Oh,
So he just like
Walter eats somebody and they're gone.
yeah, he
Fucking Badland chugs a person away.
yeah, it malfunctioned, and then he's in space. And then the meth is just sitting there on Earth and it just falls to the ground. Anyway, is there anything like that? Like, I would imagine something like that would come from like D&D's representation in like media or something, or
Just
from for
comic
you.
characters, D&D in general, fucking
Yeah.
I'm constantly riddled by that.
There's-
Seeing people say Captain America doesn't like mutants is one of my fucking biggest irksome things.
Oh,
ever.
you know what it is? Another thing. I'm sure you could probably relate to this. Whenever like you see like a music video and they're clearly not even attempting,
it's not
like it's not even close to what
not
they're playing.
even- it's crazy when I understand when like real musicians do it, they just don't give a shit. 'Cause it's different. Then it's but with people that don't play, it's like damn, no one even like showed you a chord. Just to be like just like pretend you're playing something, because most people can get fooled. I've done that before. When I was younger, I did a karaoke thing and I pretended to play a Toxicity with my buddies. And there were people like, damn, were you real? I didn't know how to fucking play Toxicity at that point. I never learned it.
Yeah.
But I was like, I just kind of had an idea of what it might be, and people thought I could play it. And I was like, if you just at least try.
Yeah.
But they're just like, like they're jacking the shit off.
Yeah, they got
or-
like their hands like this.
they're
And
just
it's like you can't even just do
Just
something.
one.
Just do like any kind of like anything that's different.
Yeah.
Move it up. Like if the notes get higher, move it up. Even
Just
if it's not right.
right.
you
It
know?
doesn't have to be right. Just it can just. You hear it going higher, just try to go higher, and go. The people will be like, "Oh, cool." And
It blows my mind that people just kind of don't like. I mean, I get it. It's not like, but it reminds me of like a little bit of like what we were talking about in a previous episode about like puppets, like
Oh yeah, the clamping down.
speaking when the lips are closed.
Yeah.
It's like, brother,
It's like it feels natural to clamp down.
it's
like
exactly wrong.
it's exactly wrong.
It's like martial arts videos where like, people are like doing like fucking MMA fights.
Yeah,
and someone
capoeira or
gets
whatever.
kicked in the head and they're like, they just get right back up, and it's like
It-
that person's turned off. You're not getting, because look, a kick to the head in almost any context means you're going to sleep
How do you know?
because you've been kicked in the head.
Listen,
We should try it out.
we should.
All right.
Let me get a running head start too.
A running
What
head
if
start.
start to fucking roundhouse kick me, and I have to stay awake. Stay
You
awake.
have to stay
challenge.
awake. And if you do, I'll just give you a handshake. That's what you want. That's what you
You
win.
get a high five.
You get yeah.
You get a high five.
You get a high five.
Good, you maintain consciousness while getting kicked in the back of the head.
with someone's shins.
Yeah. If you guys want to see like a really hilarious fight, that go watch Fast and Furious 5, or at least go watch the scene
Oh, the
of Vin
garage?
Diesel and The Rock fighting. It's so funny because after all the crazy shit that happens to them, there's like not a scratch on them. They crash through a wall. They crash through a fucking window. They're punching the shit out of each other, and they're like perfect. I think there might be a drop of blood on one of them, maybe. But like
They're
that,
just sweaty.
it's so fucking stupid. Like but that's why I like those movies. I understand the car people are mad. Their franchise disappeared, but I don't like cars.
When's the next one coming out? When did they finally end that shit? Did they say anything
I'm
about
assuming it's going to be next year.
it? That makes sense. It's been a little while. It's about
It's
3
been
years, right?
whatever it was. Me and JoJo saw it. JoJo and I have seen the last two in theater, and
I saw the last one in theaters.
people were looking at me because I was laughing too hard for the 9. They're like watching it seriously, and I'm laughing because I'm like I'm looking at people like, you guys, how are you guys not laughing? This is so stupid. It's great.
It's not funny, Derek. It's a real fucking franchise.
I don't. Those people scare me.
You're fucking
that they're like
crazy.
you're watching a Fast and Furious movie like seriously, and you're just like, huh? Oh, wow, ooh, like, it's so dumb. I'm like, I'm not trying to be obnoxious. It's actually funny to me.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Ooh, whoa.
The ethereal. The ethereal spinning fleshlight again.
Oh, okay.
I didn't realize this when I chose.
Ethereal.
I didn't realize this when I chose this, but this is a good question. And ironically, you're going to be blacklisted for the next several episodes because I've read you twice now. Sorry.
Wow. Ooh.
Sorry, bitch. But he says, "What's up, Charlie Pim and Mr. Frog? I come bearing news and begging for advice. I once asked y'all how to make friends when moving to a new state. Derek's coworker advice worked a little too well. And while bar hopping for my birthday on June 14th, I hooked up with one of my coworkers.
Uh-oh.
And now she's my girlfriend. How do I successfully date one of my coworkers? It's your fault.
Now this is your guys are now dating. Well, look, it's only a problem if she sucks.
Yeah, I mean, just keep it quiet. Don't let nobody know.
Yeah, if she fucking doesn't.
I have direct experience with this because I met my girlfriend at my job.
Were you dating while you were working together?
Yeah.
Did they know?
Yeah, eventually, yeah.
Are you allowed to?
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't know.
Technically, if you're a superior,
It's not. Yeah, it's not.
so if she would have got promoted,
not
if I
supposed to
would've
date a manager. That's all.
yeah, when I got promoted,
okay.
if I would have,
You know what I mean.
kept working there, would have been a problem.
Yeah.
But I left when I got promoted. So
But people,
Okay.
people do that shit either like it's only a problem when there's an obvious power dynamic. Obvious.
Right.
Like if there's a manager that
Yeah,
like
Starbucks, I guess. Is.
you know, like there's some people like you guys are around maybe even the same age or whatever. One person just got the manager because they were there longer or they're just more experienced, and then you'll start dating. No one gives a shit.
yeah, also there's a bunch
But,
of
like,
hens at my job. So
my,
they can shut the fuck up.
Well, see, there you go. Yeah, yeah.
I don't like I said that. That felt like
What'd
I
you
feel
say?
like some shit.
You were being genuine,
Felt like
so
some shit my grandpa would have.
What'd you say?
Told me not to say.
I didn't hear you.
I called them hens.
You called them hens?
Yeah.
that was
Damn,
like
you were raised by a fucking old person.
Yeah.
do you see, what was it Family Guy?
what?
Talking about the View.
And they started fucking.
And they show them, and they're just
a bunch of
barking, and then
clucking
one of them like
chickens.
lay an egg. I thought that was so funny. I thought that was so
But yeah, everyone at our job was hella.
Such a honeymooner's ass joke.
It's a fucking relic.
totally,
It's a relic.
but it still worked.
But yeah, just keep it professional. Obviously, don't bring your job bullshit or work bullshit at home. Don't bring your home bullshit to work. And that's the biggest.
You should be fine. Yeah, don't worry about it. Congrats, though.
yeah,
I mean,
congrats. I mean, it's literally the easiest.
Is that or
thing.
school? Literally,
you spend so much time, but work you spend. Everybody spends way too much time at work. That's the problem with society. Spend way too much time. People spend fucking 10 plus hours away from home to be at work because of commuting and everything like that. So yeah, that's why there's even the whole joke, and people need to be careful of having their office wives and their office husbands, because a lot of times it actually develops into something real, and
Yeah.
they cheat on their actual spouses because they spend more time with them.
well, their actual spouse ain't shit.
I mean,
If you're actually bouncing
technically
shit,
that's true. They become not shit, and then maybe they don't even leave them. That's the problem. They try to juggle both. Don't do that, sir. If you already have
Typical Caribbean man, bro. I got my. There's no way. There's no reason a Haitian man.
Caribbean men are forces to be. How do you do? I am so tired just doing what we do and having a wife and everything like that,
Hispanic
trying
men,
to
dog.
maintain the apartment and stuff, and then they have another fucking family on top of
And
that
then
shit.
a boyfriend.
And
And a boyfriend.
It's
And a
like,
boyfriend,
how
yeah.
the fuck are you? How are you? How does a Jamaican man have a family of 5, an extra wife, 2 boyfriends, and a part-time job? It's like, what do you do? And everyone's happy?
I legitimately
It's so
don't understand
expensive,
it.
too.
I couldn't.
I that's the thing that I don't understand.
Not that I know, but
I mean,
It's in your blood.
It
so,
is
you
in
know,
your
you might
blood.
know
I
sooner
don't.
or later.
it is. I can feel myself fighting it constantly. Actually,
I just get
Man,
married and then
as soon as you're
family.
happy, you're like, you settle down with this girl, like, the things are good, and you're like, fuck. You immediately start thinking about like, I need another family.
yeah, exactly.
I need to fuck another woman.
I need several other women right now.
I
Fuck.
need another woman. I don't know why
It's
I'm
like,
bored.
I don't know.
Damn
I'm
Puerto Rican
bored.
blood.
Damn, I'm bored.
You start hearing like
I've tried to get-
in your brain.
You start hearing reggaeton. You're like, God damn it.
Daddy Yankee.
You're up sweating at night next to your wife. He's like, what's wrong? You never fucking get it.
Daddy Yankee made me do it.
You did.
Hey, man.
I couldn't imagine having. I couldn't.
I've tried to
imagine.
get blood transfusions to counteract.
You try
it.
to get it, and it still somehow comes back.
I mean, it's better now that I got my blood transfusions. I get it from a German guy, which is why I'm starting to really not like Jewish people.
get it from a German
Austrian.
guy.
He was Austrian.
Well,
He just developed the plan there. He did the big reveal there, introducing the Nintendo
they're
Switch
just
2 was
separated
there.
by fucking lines. The Austrians speak
Everywhere.
German. No, but what I mean, it's like French and Belgium. Belgium?
Belgium.
I think it's
Is that-
Belgium.
I think it's Belgium.
Why does that sound wrong to me?
I know what you mean.
It is
because
Belgium,
I know
but
what you
that's
mean
just-
because I also feel like it's wrong, but I know it's right.
It is Belgium,
Also.
but it sounds fucking awful. To
That's
me.
that's a country, right? Belgium's a
Yes,
country.
yes,
what
it
what
is.
are they
What
called?
the fuck do you think?
Well, Brussels, Belgium.
it's called Brussels?
Well, Brussels. I'm just saying Brussels is in Belgium. What? I hate that.
and little
What?
babies from Brussels are called Brussels sprouts.
Yeah. Yeah.
Interesting.
But yeah, they speak fucking. That's why for the longest time I thought Jean-Claude Van Damme was French. He's fucking Belgian.
I thought he was French.
Europeans are just like. Europeans are such an interesting breed because they're all just like the same but not, and then they argue how not the same they are, even though they're so the same.
Yeah.
And it's like, what is going on?
To me, if you speak the same language, I'm like, shut the fuck up. Like,
Yeah, you gotta
I'm a-
fucking relax
I'm
already.
proud
also-
Belgian. I'm
but they
like, yeah,
also
whatever,
speak a bunch
Frenchie,
of-
you frog bitch pussy.
You frog bitch pussy. You frog slut. Your streets smell like piss. Fuck you, you piss-stricken bitch. Leave Haiti alone. Leave it alone.
I guess Belgium at least is probably clean or something. But I know, wasn't it full of ghettos back in the day?
Belgium?
Yeah, I think they like.
I thought it was just all waffles.
I think that the country is one giant
They
waffle.
live-
Actually.
Yeah, it's just a bunch of
Waffles?
it's just a bunch of cubicles, basically.
They lived in waffles, and then when it rained, they called it the syrups.
Syrup. Yeah, like the cubicles would flood
yeah.
with syrup rain.
Dude, living there would be crazy.
Belgium's a fucking
That'd be
musical
a
ass place,
nightmare.
just full of diabetics and sludge.
That'd be terrifying.
Yeah.
You're sleeping, and you wake up, and you put your feet in your fucking floor, and you're like, wait a minute, this is syrup.
All right,
I had to leave my home country. I
Here's-
was getting too fat.
I have to walk here.
we'll try and get 2 quick ones out, and then we'll
Oh, yeah,
start
then
on the
we'll-
credits.
I love
My
it.
liege, a second dragon has hit the spires.
Damn.
With hurricane season approaching, the South is, well, that's the guy's name, by the way. But he says, with hurricane season approaching, the South is preparing to face the onslaught of hurricanes, floods, and tornadoes, along with many surprises
Yes, sir.
the waters will bring. Out of sheer luck, my home wasn't directly hit for the last 2 years, but this year might be different. What's the worst natural disaster you've directly experienced?
I've been pretty fortunate. Like, just big earthquakes that didn't destroy any of my property.
Yeah.
So, like, that's the worst of it.
We've seen
Yeah,
some pretty
I went to a
bad
Joel
hurricanes.
Osteen live show once.
That's a natural disaster.
It felt like one.
Hurricane Sandy. That one.
Did you really go?
True to me.
Yeah, I went.
It's crazy.
I can't.
I was like
I'm not-
7 or something, or 8 or something. I had no choice. I wasn't like, yeah, let me get tickets. You
That's
know,
wild.
it was like a
Your
family
parents?
trip. It was like my extended family is quite religious.
Okay.
And so my parents are less so, but like that was back when they were kind of like more. I don't know if it was a facade necessarily. I just think that they were just more casual about it. They're like, all right, I guess I don't know. We're invited to this thing. We'll go. And I was just stuck there in Madison Square Garden, I think,
I would kill myself.
listening to some smiley guy tell me to be happy.
If
crazy.
you learn how to give me your money, God's gonna love you.
Yeah.
Say amen right now, nigga.
He's right.
Say amen currently.
Amen.
Amen.
Nigga.
Hand
The
me
Lord's got
your
some-
money and your wife
He was always
right
smiling.
now.
He was always smiling like crazy. He's like, "There's always the Lord's got something for you today." Let me say that again.
Amen.
Amen. He's got something for you today. I'm gonna lock people out of my mega church in the middle of a hurricane. I'm Joel Osteen.
That
Who
was
cares?
awesome.
Yeah. No, honestly, I the worst natural disaster that I can think of that I remember. Honestly, I don't know if it was a natural disaster, but like that weather was crazy in Kansas, man. Like we hit a wall of rain that was unreal. But I guess I haven't really experienced any like.
For me, it's Sandy.
Sandy was nothing though.
Sandy was like the whoa no.
Sandy like a
Sandy Hook. You were there?
I was not.
Was that? Did they capture the wrong guy?
I was not a second shooter at all. But there was
Hurricane Sandy.
that happened in New York like 2000, like what, 13, 14?
It was like 2011, I think.
Was it really?
Yeah, I think 11 or 12. It was one of those. It wasn't 13 or 14.
I was in high school, so I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
But like I do remember like the meme that was going around. I saw it shared all over the place on Facebook, where it's like we're trying to rebuilding after the aftermath, and it was like a lawn chair falling over or whatever because it was so nothing. But it destroyed a lot of.
It was in Jersey. It was bad. Like Jersey by the shore was fucked.
Well,
I know it fucked
they
Atlantic
deserve it,
City.
so.
I know it fucked South Street Seaport.
Yeah.
Got fucked by it. But
over the New
Coney Island, I think, got fucked by it. I think as well.
Coney Island's getting fucked by everything, dude. That place is fucking hell. That's where the devil is, I'm sure. But
I know I've been to Coney Island, but I can't remember I don't know if that's actually
I went on
true.
a day at Coney Island once.
Did
was
it? Does
terrible.
it? Did they ever like renovate
date.
it or anything?
No, I think it's all like Lyme
stuff's so
disease.
cardboard.
Is it all fuck? My only images of Coney Island is the movie The Warriors. When they end up at the Coney Island at the very end of it.
It looks better than the
It looks better than it does now. Okay. Because I just think of it looking like that, and I'm like, ugh.
The only good part about Coney Island was
Go
going
ahead.
to Nathan's afterwards. The Nathan's over by Coney Island was lit.
I've actually, I've heard good things about.
But I
That's so funny.
I went on a date there. The date was terrible. I got no pussy at the end of it, so I was really mad, and I had to pay. So
Was that why it was terrible, or was it just terrible all around?
She was just some fucking chola bitch, because that was my type for still.
Yeah.
And I was just like, oh, I'm just gonna go here with this girl. We went there. She did not suck my dick. That was lame. She did not. It was not nice. We went on the rides I did not like. We went on the fucking scream machine thing. Had a terrible time. Tried to not cry while I was on the date. Really cool. And then
Why? What'd she do?
I'm terrified. No, the scream machine. Those things scare the fuck out of me. So I'm trying to be fucking cool, composed while I'm fucking having a panic attack. Because for some reason, I'm like, all right, cool. And afterwards, she was like, yeah, I'll call you. And I was like, really, bitch? You'll call me?
Like, that's
it.
it.
I came all the way from fucking upstate to this, and
You're gonna suck this 24.
That's crazy to go from where you were to Coney Island is actually insane.
It's
for a date.
definitely
Under no circumstances would I do that.
Definitely worked.
That's like a girlfriend date.
Yeah, it was
Going to the city.
It was. I don't think it was our first date, but it was like I don't know, and it just didn't work out from there.
Didn't see her after that.
I just saw her like 1 or 2 times, but it didn't work out.
Still didn't get pussy either.
No,
That's crazy.
Damn.
No.
Fucking loser piece of shit bitch.
You should call her up and yell at her.
You should call her up now on the show. You still have her number? I do.
I probably have her phone number. I mean, she has like at least a 2 or 2.
You said like she answers you, you stupid bitch. You never gave like you should start with that though.
And she literally was like, I tried to have 16 and you fucking ran off. Don't you remember that part? And I'm like, wait, maybe that might have happened. Maybe I might have ran off, actually.
You ran off? Oh, man.
Into the woods?
Into the ocean. I jumped into the ocean and started fucking trailblazing through the water back up.
Yo, you drive into the fucking East River, you come out the other side of white, probably. You come out like a different person.
I come out with like one of those plated fucking fishes. It's fucking
Right.
armor, like an armadillo person, and roll away.
All right, so last one, and then we'll move on to credits.
Yeah.
Gay Slipknot Devil in Eye tune, thrust inside, put the penis in eye.
Nice.
He says,
That
hey
song is
there.
so aggressive. It's such an angry little song.
He says, hey there, P. Diddy, Bill Cosby, and R. Kelly.
Okay.
And Chris and Derek.
Oh,
He
okay,
says,
cool.
hey there.
I'm all of those things.
what?
Interesting.
Wait, so he says, hey there, P. Diddy, and then in parentheses says Sweeney. Bill Cosby, also Sweeney, and R. Kelly, Sweeney again. And Chris and Derek.
That's a wild thing.
That's crazy. You're all of those people. You're P. Diddy, Bill Cosby, and R. Kelly. That is pretty much the trifecta of black predators.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's like they're on the Mount.
predatory Negro, the
They're
super
on,
predator. Yeah,
they're on the Mount Rushmore of
They are.
predatory African Americans.
Who'd be the fourth one?
It's a good fucking question.
Suge Knight.
I mean,
That
likelihood probably.
Suge.
I mean,
I
it would be
could-
likelihood, but he's not notorious for that.
No,
so
yeah.
He's notorious for killing rappers.
Maybe
and
the guy-
assaulting women.
Yes.
I think the guy who did Elmo was.
Elmo?
Yeah, I think the guy
I think he was sexually disrespectful. I don't know about him being a pedophile.
sexually disrespectful is such a funny way to say that, dude.
Not exactly how to explain it. It's like someone that was like, I'm
Sexually disrespectful.
sexually disrespectful is amazing.
Because that's different from being a sexual predator.
That's such a George Carlin ass fucking
It kinda is.
soft language way to
Yeah,
say
yeah,
something.
But it
yeah,
is. But
yeah.
it is. That's different. That's different. You know,
Elmo
the sexual predator
pedophile.
is a pedophile.
Give me an example of sexually disrespecting somebody.
Spitting in a girl's face after you bust on her or something like that.
Well, yeah.
Busting somebody's lip with your dick.
Yeah. So it would be the
That's crazy. Dude, that's
a man who
that's
accused
force, man.
the anonymous 23-year-old admitted through a lawyer that his sexual relationship with Kevin Clash had been an adult, consensual. Where is it?
Someone's lip is busted from your dick. Open. It's open.
Dude, that's
You hit him, and for a moment, it goes flat and spreads out as far as it can. And then you're like, what did you do? Shut up, bitch.
man.
Come in her nose.
Okay, so I guess he was outed because there was a claim, but it didn't actually happen or something.
Oh, so it actually happened?
It didn't actually happen, I
Trying to
guess.
put a black man down. Elmo don't rape. Always trying to put a black man down. You see?
Now I will, though.
Now you've radicalized me.
Yeah.
You've awakened the demon in me. I can't do Elmo's voice. It's actually fucking
Oh,
incredibly
it's really hard to do as a grown up.
Is it not just like, well,
No, it's not. No,
It sounds distinct.
when you hear it, you're like,
is
oh.
is it higher?
I don't even understand how it's almost like a Jordan Peterson like Kermit thing going on, but like it's at a high register, so like I can't figure it out.
Yeah, whatever. I guess I have to listen to it.
Elmo's a mixed race monster.
Hey, it was me, Elmo.
Don't believe in misogyny.
That is crazy.
Elmo marches for gay pride, but like not often.
Anyway, I really don't know who would be the first
I've
one on
marched,
that.
though.
Hold on. Okay, so that was he really only introduced us.
That was the
So his question was, do you guys miss fixed camera angles? I decided to replay the old Onimusha games. 3 is the best. And some of the angles and art design for those angles were actually pretty fucking cool. Also, fuck tank controls. Well, I mean, you can't have I feel like they go hand in hand, really. In some way. Like
so Onimusha 3 fixed it.
Oh,
it's
really?
Fucking great. Yeah, that's the biggest reason why that game is so significantly better than like say if you play the first one.
Is it still fixed camera angles though?
Yeah.
But it's no tank controls.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
It feels
I can't imagine that in my head.
It's great, dude.
What do
It's
you mean tank controls? Are you picking
the fucking bullshit where the
You don't know what tank controls
the
mean?
D-pad the old Capcom
How's that
games.
possible? Yeah, like
I don't remember. I just don't know what it is. Like,
Resident
Old Capcom
Resident
games where
Evil.
the D-pad basically you only moving up is moving forward.
Oh,
And then
okay,
so the
yeah.
D-pad you have to control, you have to maneuver yourself with the left and right. And then
it, yeah.
to continue moving forward, now you got to push up again. A fucking nightmare if you're playing a zombie game trying to avoid running into a zombie, especially in nightmare mode when there's significantly more. So you have a very narrow fucking place. I guess Dino Crisis was also that same problem. It makes it harder for survival horror.
How do you beat that game without guns? Like, if people are like, "Oh, you beat
You
the game without
gotta
guns."
gotta stagger the zombies with a knife.
But how do you fight bosses?
I don't know.
Like, that's the part I don't understand. I'm like, how do you beat bosses without guns?
I think you can knife all the bosses to death, or you store the significant ammo that you have, because there's some people that probably beat them without guns at all, but there's just ones that like, oh, nightmare mode is just you just have little to no ammo, right? Yeah. And then the fucking I tried beating nightmare mode. I think I played it for like an hour and I was like, never again. I never played again.
I don't get
Dude, the zombies
satisfaction.
fucking throw up on you in the very beginning.
Oh,
they
they
throw up
belch.
acid.
Yeah, they belch on
In
you.
the beginning of the game. You have fucking like 7 bullets, and then you don't find ammo for like until I think you get into the police station. And then like
What?
There's fucking zombies already vomiting on you, and I was like, how do I? There's a zombie. You get on top of a trash can at one point, right? You pass the exploding truck. Then there's a fucking dumpster you need to get on top, and there's a zombie in front of the dumpster where you need to go down. And I'm like, what do I do? And it threw up on my feet. I was like, this sucks.
There are certain games where like I can't imagine that there being any joy in playing through them on hard. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like there's Resident Evil's kind of one of them where I'm like, why the fuck? This is already so tedious on normal.
Yeah.
Like just the backtracking and like the save scumming and
I love Resident
You
Evil.
gotta love being
those
punished.
games.
Like
Huh?
I love playing RE4 after I beat the game on the hardest difficulty because everyone's a bitch. Everyone's such a
I just
fucking
don't like-
coward. I love it.
I
The
feel
hardest
like
difficulty, what does it do? What do you say?
Yeah, no, like it's
I don't.
like,
It doesn't matter what they do. I'm a god. Like they're
Well,
stronger technically.
after-
well, what was it New Game Plus?
New Game Plus.
That's different. I think.
Yeah. Well, after New Game Plus, it's like, okay, cool.
Have you
but-
played God of War on the hardest difficulty?
Which one?
The newest one, the 2018.
Yeah.
that is such an unfun.
2018 isn't the newest
It's
one.
the jump is
just God of
Ragnarok?
War. That's meant God of War. Like
Oh.
God of War games.
it's such a significant jump. Like the opening sequence, no
It's
joke, took me
difficult.
20 minutes to beat.
Dude, I literally only won because I was stunning people. I literally had to get away where I was like, I have to stun and kill you.
There was some
cannot
asshole.
fight you.
The second wave kept getting me. Because you first do the first wave, I'm like, no problem. It was the second wave that kept getting me. And then
it's so not good. It's like, this is not a fun experience. Who
it's
does
not
this?
it's not like, especially because if you don't kill them fast enough, they buff.
Oh, they
They
regenerate. don't
buff.
They?
No, their levels go up significantly. They buff like if you don't kill them fast enough. So they'll be at a level. They were at like maybe level 4, and then they buff to level 7, and you're like, what the fuck is this? Like, so you got to kill them fast.
It's insane.
And then
I love that
stun
game.
them quickly. So all you're doing, but then it gets boring because all you're doing is just stunning.
punching someone.
You're
against the
stunning them
wall.
and then finishing them. Unless it was the first time I used environmental kills the most because you didn't have to on the normal settings.
Yeah.
But then you realize, put on your rage thing, hit people out of the fucking ring them out and stuff like that. Like it was, I didn't finish it. Was too hard.
I got to the point where you fight. I fought maybe the twins the first time, And I was like, why am I playing this? Because I was just yelling at my TV over and over again. I was like, why am I playing this?
Yeah.
It's been 2 weeks of me playing this game, furious.
And it's not
I'm
fun,
going to
yeah.
stop.
Well, how do you?
I'm going to play Mario Kart with my girlfriend and have a good time.
How do you feel about fixed camera angles though? Like he said.
Oh yeah.
I don't care. I don't really.
Oh yeah,
like
the
them.
question.
You don't care?
I don't like them, but like whatever, dude.
Yeah.
Depends.
I think they work for certain things.
Every side scroll is a fixed angle, so
I think they work. I mean,
deal with it,
That's
you know?
that's true actually.
Yeah.
So
if you don't, I think one of the big things, you just don't need them anymore, really. 'Cause one of the best things about it back then was just how beautiful the game looked in contrast to your fucking sprite or whatever, or your character. Because your character would kind of look like shit, but then like the environments looked awesome. But now you can do whatever with graphics, so it's kind of like, what's the point, I guess?
Yeah, it would just be stylistic.
Yeah,
But-
100%.
Yeah, I don't mind them. I like to see them every now and again, but like I'm glad that they're not as common.
Yeah, I would tell you this: I would love to see a just why not like a remaster Resident Evil 2, the old school, like as high res as you can go. I know there's people that can like upscale it themselves, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, just whatever somebody put it in the best possible, I would play it. It'd be fun.
Yeah. All right. We're gonna read the names now. We're gonna read our $25 and up patrons. Wherever you can go over to patreon.com/snarktank. Keep an eye on the Patreon as well because we will be putting out a merch update once we have everything locked and loaded and ready to go. Yay.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh,
I love war.
I love Israel.
A perfect peace, full of peace.
Can you count me down?
3, 2,
Brown people in pieces.
1.
Showing my dog videos of other dogs getting hit by cars. He must parentheses. He must learn.
What's gonna happen to you?
Rape. Getting my dick sucked by an elephant trunk. Delta
Damn.
Gamma.
That'd be crazy.
That would be fucking insane. I bet that feels great.
It feels amazing.
That poor elephant's gonna remember that forever too. That's the sad thing about it.
Oh my god, I hate this.
Elephant's like, what a fucking pervert.
Don't do that. I love elephants. Stop. They're my favorite
Is
animal.
there water in here?
I legitimately was watching elephant clips on Facebook.
What do you mean? Just clips of the being?
Because like the only thing, my algorithm is pretty much clear obscure and then like animals.
Oh yeah.
And then so I've been seeing, look, it's just, because like I was like, I hate fucking everything on social media, so I try to curate it to where
Nice.
it's just like
I
animals.
keep getting
and
videos
stuff.
of fucking Millie Bobby Brown's rack.
I was it for it when I don't interact with it, it tries to like rope you in with stuff, and then
Yeah.
it shows pervy stuff.
Doesn't
Like,
work on me no more. My Instagram feed, my feed is actually pure. My For You, I'm still nervous about it. My feed is pure though.
My feed is fine. Yeah, when,
Well, the
when I'm
feed's good.
scrolling, it's fine. But then when I go to search, it's all ruined.
yeah,
Because I keep looking up pussy.
yeah, pussy, fat pussy,
my friends, and like random bullshit.
small pussy, big pussy,
Fat pussy, thin
fat
pussy, fucking vacuous pussy, gargantuan
Fairly-
pussy.
It's fairly decent. Right now. Nope. Fairly decent.
Where's
There's
my
a lot of
suggested
women's.
thing?
There's some stuff in there.
Oh, here we go.
Anyway, Jorkin Peterson literally fed this toddler last week. Why is he still crying? Squimp is Bugs. Clamuel Esquire III, user Guildmaster, Snark Tank's Hungus Trans Girl. I'm Big Beetle Kingston. I'm Big Beetle, and I'm coming for you. I'm coming for that wet boy pussy, and I'm going to obliterate it.
Ooh.
Colin Moriarty. Kingston, join my white South African tiger genocide. Sucking the peen of the Sween Machine until it's squeaky clean. I'm going to kill with a mortar. We have purposefully taught him to come wrong as a joke. Gay Django be like Degano. Degano! Two rats in a trench coat. Fuck the name Reed. I'm going off script. These two aren't even black. They're character actors. This is all CGI. Welcome to reality, fucknuts. PM candidate for the Ultra Thieves. Babe, wake up. We're invading Iran again. 2003 Part 2 is beginning. Jesus.
Part 2.
Never fucking ends. Gay Tank featuring Topher Knife, Tim Smegmoid, and Dirk. Into the Night. Wait, is Into the Night like the Chad Kroeger? If I could fly, I'd pick you up. I'd fuck. What? This is terrible.
Are you okay?
You all right, brother?
I'd pick you up. I'd fuck you into your ass, and show you my load like you've never seen.
I don't know if I know.
I just
that
don't know
song.
what Into the Night. I only know the Chad Kroeger Santana one, but like for the life of me, I can't remember how it goes.
Chad Kroeger did a Santana song?
Yeah,
I didn't.
you know that Into the Night.
Um,
You be to the heaven that falls into place. You could tell how we fell from the look on our faces. It was been. I don't know why I remember that so vividly.
I don't
It
know.
had a good. I remember it had like obviously good guitar,
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
which
yeah.
is the main.
yeah.
Which is the main reason that it sticks out to me. But he did songs with fucking everybody back then. He did a song with Stained too.
With who?
Stained?
Oh, the band?
Yeah.
I don't fucking know. I mean, I guess that's.
No, he didn't. That's the fakest shit.
I was like, what? I was
that
like,
would be fucking crazy.
and they say that a stain can
Could
save-
stain us. I'm not gonna stain here and stain. It's not even a Stained song.
So garbage.
What's that song that Stained?
I'm so stained.
What's the I'm so stained. I can hear
stain
stains. What's that
But
Stained?
stains.
What's the main Stained song that you know?
They got a couple. There's
The only one,
It's
the one
Been
that
a While.
it's been a while. The one that I think of for some reason is I'm on the outside. I'm looking in. I can stain through you, see your true colors, 'cause inside you're stained. Stupid as fuck.
Yeah.
They just sing about stains the whole fucking time.
I gotta be honest. Everyone I know like hates that band. I like them. Dude.
I don't like the band.
Yeah.
I've heard enough. I've heard enough of their songs to be like, I like some of these for
Yeah.
sure. But like that band is annoying.
So I'll
The guy too.
I'll
is
100%
fucking-
concede to the vibe of the band, the whininess of their songs
Yeah.
too. They have some of the gayest songs, but I just like I like how it sounds. Aaron Lewis.
Aaron
is
Lewis sucks.
I'm not gonna say what I was gonna say, but he's an F slur. Okay, that guy.
I'm not gonna say it. I'm just gonna say it clean. You're a bitch. Shut
I
up. I don't
fucking
care. That guy's an F.
that fucking piece of shit. The fucking country songs he released in that, like, if he had like almost like a 9/11 type song.
Yeah.
I can't remember how it went.
I wrote a parody of it and I never posted it.
So bad.
But it was like,
Do you remember how it went?
yeah, no.
Is that like what if or what would you do or what if? I can't remember.
What would you do?
It reminds me of that. It was something similar to that.
when your freedom goes to die? No, it was like a.
What would you? That's
something
crazy.
that I can't. I just remember it being
What an-
so fucking.
what an
let me
F-slur.
let me look it up. Aaron Lewis.
Aaron. Aaron.
Aaron Lewis Trump song.
Fucking Trumpeteers.
These dumb retarded liberals
Done ruin our country
can
again.
suck on my stains.
Oh yeah, am I the
Am I
Am
the
I
only
the
one?
only one?
That's it.
yeah, who sees the liberals being gay? They're trying to trans our kids and daughters and make everybody gay.
It's this. It's like, how is that different than what would you do? It's like,
What
am
would
I the
you-
only one? It's,
Yeah,
it's,
it is literally the same. It's almost as if he asked ChatGPT to write that song seriously, like earnestly, you know? It's so fucking. Am I the only one?
I'm like, are you the only one? Like, shut the fuck. What do you? Shut up. And then when he killed all those coyotes and spelt like Trump or something on his lawn.
Serious?
Yeah, he killed.
What a psycho.
That is actually great. He killed a bunch of coyotes with like weapons, and he laid out the corpses to spell Trump, which
Yeah.
is so crazy.
So psychotic.
I don't even know how. Like you'd have to be so deranged to do that shit.
It's
but yeah,
wild,
he was
dude.
like, I remember there was a line where he was like, all these hoodlums and only hoods I like are pointy or whatever. I don't know what the No, he didn't say that.
What the fuck?
I wrote that version of his song because it's so damn close.
That's great.
But yeah, I don't know, man. I forgot it. I'm on the outside. I'm staying in. What's another one they did? It was their one of their more popular ones.
They had a few. There was one called I think it's called like For You. I sit here locked inside my stain, remembering every stain you
I'm staining. I can't stop staining.
And so we did. It's been a while. It's been a stain since
I first stained you.
I don't know. I don't know what it is about that band. Like they released a song, an album like 2 years ago or something.
Oh,
They have a
really?
song called Here and Now, and I love it. I just don't know what it is. There's something about
It's so weird.
it, like
Yeah.
Here and Now, and it's all like
There
it's-
are worse bands, I think.
Yeah, to me, it's like a step
Wait, isn't
above.
Creed? Is I thought Creed was It's Been a While.
No,
Or
not
what,
fully.
oh, Creed is with Arms Wide Open. It's
With
just
Arms Wide Open.
Okay, yeah, no, I
but
got
it's all the same. I understand why, like, because it's all kind of the same vibe.
Stains wide open
Stains.
under the stained glass.
Like, I think why Nickelback gets the worst of it is because they're in so many a lot of their songs are in major chords. Or major keys, I mean, major keys.
So they sound like gayer.
That's their issue.
They sound happier.
They
Like
sound
I mean that.
way too
I mean that
happy.
actually in the literal colloquial, like
Yeah.
the old school way of gay.
Yeah.
No.
I do. I
But
did actually. No, it is
but it's
literally.
convenient that it means both.
It is-
You just did a double entendre. That's it. You
Damn,
mean you
double
fucking,
entendre.
You mean the other one. You just
Don't
fucking.
even ask me how. Yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
It's good.
I like Jay-Z's fucking rapping about double entendres when that's not remarkable at all as a rapper. And
it's
he's
kinda-
like, yeah, I'm so insane. I made a plane go play, and it's like, shut
Welcome
up, you fucking
to this
big-lipped
stain. I'll show you every stain with stains wide open.
Now every stain has stained.
I'm
I'll
so
show
appalled.
you stain.
I might buy that.
I'll show you every stain.
Every single song in that genre should be replaced with like a random stain song.
With stain.
I stain everything.
About stains.
Whatever. Berserker Beetle's Big Bouncy Backside. Reckless Rhino. The Sloker 2, Why So Derpy? In England in 2016, a man punched a 5-day-old baby because he thought it was a doll.
Your instinct is to punch a doll?
Why is your instinct to punch a doll?
Oh, that's a fucking doll, mate.
I don't know there, mate. Oh, it's not even a real shit. It's not even a real little baby.
Oh, shit.
Where?
Where? Daddy, where?
Daddy, where? Ow! Daddy, where? Ow! Ow, Daddy! Ow! Wow, Daddy! Ow! Wow! Ow! Where?
My word. I guess I'm going fucking prison, eh?
Looks like I'm spending my days in the julep.
And these powdered fucking wigged freaks. Guilty.
Did you or did you not punch a baby? On Abbey Road.
Listen, mate. On Abbey Road.
It's the only road I know in England.
I mean, fair. Me too. Listen, mate, I didn't know it was a fucking baby.
He's like Boomhauer.
He's like,
I don't know, mate.
fucking doll, mate.
I don't know, mate.
Fucking cunts and stuff. It's fucking funny.
I literally thought it was a doll in a trailer. I thought it was a doll sitting there. I did a little punch because I figured I'd test it. And I was wrong. I made a gamble.
As beautiful as your words are, that is no excuse for striking a child.
8 years in slavery for the king. Oh, dang it.
Oh, that's not so bad, mate. You know, I'm good.
Oh, what are we going to do, Gromit?
These guys are pretty funny, Red. Yeah, funny voices, Red.
Oh, look at her. Ooh, Britain Red.
The British are funny.
I'm the British Punisher. I'm the fucking reprimander.
I'm the reprimander.
He just runs around and beats people with sticks and then runs away. So he's basically Daredevil.
He is Daredevil. Hey, that's my job.
I'm unblind Daredevil.
That's my job. Don't take my job.
I'm Sight Devil.
I'm Sight Devil.
There's
a new vigilante.
It'd be Truth Devil.
I'm crying.
Sight Devil has shown up.
And he saw me.
He saw me and it scared me a little bit.
He looked right at me, directly into my soul.
He looked at Vanessa and I was like, don't look at her.
Don't hurt her.
She's mine. Don't look at her tits.
I ran at him and then he threw me out a building window.
Prove your loyalty to me. Punch that doll.
Punch that doll right now.
All right, I guess I give it a nice hook there.
I'm gonna give it a little try. This motherfucker hammers it. He just. You see Mr. X in the old games?
He reams back. You know in fucking games that they ream back like toys?
Brother, that's so
yeah.
Go look at Mr. X in the original Resident Evil 2. He would fucking take like 5 seconds. He would like wind up. You're like, Jesus Christ, dude.
I love how you shoot his little hat off. He gets upset and he comes at you faster.
Oh yeah, he loves his hat. Dude,
hat.
they didn't ask him to wear that shit. They wanted him to just go there and terrorize it. He was like, he's putting his shit on.
Imagine them making that formal request, though.
Would you mind?
Like, before you go, would you mind putting this on?
Hat and jacket on. And he's like,
There is something so funny about it because it's supposed to be like what? Like it's supposed to be like covert. Like it's supposed to be like this giant fucking bluish gray guy. It's supposed to be like
He's 14
incognito.
feet. He's 14 feet tall. And he's like, this will keep him inconspicuous.
they won't notice him moving throughout the city.
So funny.
Full of zombies.
Dude, you ever see the first live action Ninja Turtles movie where Raph goes out into the streets?
Oh yeah, and he's in a
wearing
trench coat, and it's the most obvious mutant you've ever fucking seen.
That's kind of believable a little bit in New York, man. I've seen people look like that.
In New York, I understand what you're saying,
Yeah,
but like people would absolutely take. People might ignore it, but then they would.
Take notice.
They would pass by, and then they would turn to the guy. It's like, did you fucking see that?
You see that fucking thing?
Did you see that?
Did you? I did find it
fucking
funny.
see that
Casey
turtle?
Jones when he was fighting him, and then like his hat falls off, and he's like, what? Like, what are you, some kind of punker?
Yeah, that's my first assumption when I see a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle. I was like, was that a punker?
You think they're?
Well, in his defense, it would be crazier if he said, "Are you some kind of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle?"
I think it's so funny how Raphael becomes best friends with this fucking stereotypical New Yorker. That becomes his blood brother. Like, that's my man, bro. Casey's cool as fuck.
That is crazy. I like how
let's
they
go beat the fuck up out of criminals. Let's go beat criminals half to death. And Casey's like, fuck yeah, I'm not doing nothing. They terrorize people.
You seen the deleted scenes that they Eiffel Towered April O'Neil?
That doesn't
Yeah.
surprise me.
It was sick.
Doesn't surprise me.
It's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
I can't believe they even put it on the DVD, quite frankly.
I can't believe they put it on there and I watched the whole thing twice.
They had commentary too while they
Yeah,
this is-
getting fucked.
This is the scene where we Eiffel Towered April O'Neil.
Yeah.
This took years to get right.
It had 17 reshoots.
Yeah, I think we spent a good 56 months just getting the angle right.
How many years is that?
It's a lot.
These 6 months is over fucking 4
That's like
years.
Yeah, it's like 4.
That's over 4 years
We took it really serious.
Oh my
of
God.
just.
And then it ended up being cut, all for nothing.
Oh, for that, yeah, after that got cut.
Maybe
After
she
that
got
got
pregnant by a fucking turtle. Maybe that's how they cut it.
No, you know what they did? They made the movie and then they put it out to theaters and they were like, wait a minute. We forgot the the Eiffel Tower scene. Let's go film it. And they spent 4 years filming it, and then they put it on the DVD, and it's like we didn't even get to put it in the movie because we filmed this after. It's like why would you
even bring that up?
why would you? Yeah,
No,
this is like I just figured I'd mention it.
I figured. How did
We did spend 4 years on it. It would be crazy not to mention it.
whomever produced that? Why would they let that happen?
They were big fans of April O'Neil.
Yeah, they're like, I really,
They were like, guys, this is all I need.
Yeah,
really.
really.
Like this is the only thing that I want in life.
Really
Really,
wanna
is to see April O'Neil Eiffel Towered by a turtle.
And a fucking
And
psychopath.
just
with
some
hockey
guy with a
mask.
hockey mask.
And a fucking good guy, Jason Voorhees.
Good
I do
guy.
love that fucking him in that disguise is so funny because he's so clearly a fucking demon.
Yeah, I'm like,
so
what?
clearly not right.
You're not. That's
Even if he didn't look like an obvious demon, those clothes are so suspicious.
yes.
You know?
Yes.
See somebody covered entirely by like a trench coat and a fucking wide brim hat. You're immediately like, that guy's up to no
Hey,
good.
What are you doing?
What's scary is the
get
turtles
over
are teenagers. They're not even adults
That's
yet.
what the
fuck is
biggest
like
thing.
when they become adults, they're gonna be terrifying.
They
Well,
didn't
maybe.
need to be teenagers.
They might not grow.
Well, they're gonna have to grow
What makes you say that?
because they're teenagers.
What do you mean?
What do you mean? Teenagers aren't done growing.
Teenage humans aren't done growing. How do you know that they don't hit their peak when they're in their
Because turtles grow still,
Tortoises grow. They're not Teenage Mutant Ninja Tortoises.
Yeah.
but they're turtles.
Good point.
Turtles still grow.
Turtles don't grow that much.
They do though.
Not like a tortoise.
No.
No, because think of it like this, right? I'm assuming they're in the like.
I think they're as
late
big as they're.
adolescence
I think they're as
phase
big
of
as they're gonna get.
Well, we saw
in Last Ronin.
we saw them age out. Yeah.
And last Ronin, Mikey's huge, and he was a little one.
I guess I don't know.
He's like 8 feet tall. So it's like, what the fuck? Which is terrifying.
Are they that big? What are you talking
Mikey's huge.
Mikey's 11
He's
foot 9.
Huge.
11 foot and then 9 more feet on
Like,
top
well,
of that.
He,
8 feet, right? He's probably
so
like
he's
7.
21 foot?
He's. Why do you talk like that? Why do you do
What do
that?
you mean? Why do I speak like I speak like a person?
So 11 foot 9
This
foot.
guy is 29 inches tall. It's like, no, to say 2 feet.
That's crazy. That's like when my baby's fucking 36 months. I'm like,
Your baby's not gonna have a parent anymore. That's what's gonna happen. Your baby's
2,700 weeks
Yeah,
old.
my baby
was only 59 million months.
Yeah, my baby's 34 months old. It's like, oh really? How many old months are you? Tell me exactly how many months you are, and you make it out of the
Bitch,
situation.
You're gonna make me do math right now, you dumb bitch. You're gonna make
How
me.
many months do you think old you are?
Well, I'm 31. 12 times 30 is what? 360. So 3,000.
3 million.
So shut up.
3,000 months, you think?
No, shut up.
He said 3,000. This motherfucker.
I can't do math in my head,
300.
I don't have that.
It would be like
30.
300 something. You figure like 12 times whatever.
12 times 10 is one. So 360.
It would be like 360 something. It would be 370 maybe.
374 plus. So I'm like 380.
You start by doing that math by doing like easier math.
380. Yeah. I'm like 380.
Like what's 12 times 10? Okay, that
Then
times 3.
Then plus
plus
one.
whatever,
Times my
plus or
ass.
minus whatever random.
Yeah.
You'd be in the right range.
So I'm like 380.
times my balls.
I'm 380 months old.
Yeah.
So it just comes up to you and they rip your pants off. Then they rip off the skin and flesh at that level of your body too.
And you
Oh my
They
god,
leave you-
they pants your skin?
They pants you and you're like, what the hell? Then you just grab and yank down again. And
That's
you're like,
crazy. Degloving someone's leg is crazy.
You deserve it too. If you say how many months old you are in your 30s, you deserve that. You
What they
deserve
do?
it.
What they
You do
do is
deserve it,
they
yeah.
walk
Fucking
up to
judge,
you.
right? Comes and like, I've heard enough. You free to go.
Heartburn.
You're good. You're good, man. You're good. Stay on the straight and narrow.
PB Jordanson and Ben Shapinas. Oh, I'm Kingston's dad. I used my Kingston's dad. Wait, what is this? Oh, I'm Kingston's dad. Use my ashes in a douche bottle to harm me. Oh. 100 normal-sized beetles forcing their way up Kingston's urethra so they can suckle at his seed directly from the source. That is crazy.
Someone
Goju
wrote
going
that.
super shalom to defeat Lord Frieslam. Beetle fucker 10,000, the fucker of 10,000 beetles. Damo Nation, gay little beetle putting on his gay little beetle tie before heading to his gay little job at the gay little dick-sucking factory. Derek, not Chauvin is innocent, hashtag free him, fondled by a carny on the Ferris wheel.
Silly.
Round-eyed Asian laughing too hard at the show.
4 months, man. I'm 444.
What is that?
I'm gonna start saying that. I'm 444 months old.
Oh.
I'm 444.
Wow.
I'm not gonna say 444. I'm gonna say 444.
It's an angel number.
Yeah. Is it? I thought that was.
I know that
I
based
thought
on
that was-
women I've dated. That is an angel number. 222 is also one.
dated angels.
I've dated people who believe in angel numbers,
Oh.
or at least are aware enough of them to
Is that
point
like the
them
same
out.
thing as like astrology or some shit?
I mean, it's damn near. You know.
I hate how disrespectful I become to people immediately when they talk about astrology. Because I feel bad that I'm being rude to people, but also like if
It
anyone
is so
deserves
stupid
it's
that like it
them.
needs to be.
You shouldn't.
them.
Yeah, you shouldn't.
Every time Lily's like, "Well, I think it's interesting." I'm like, Lillian, I want to give you the right to vote. I want to be on your team. I want to be on your team, right? I think
You know the thing that pisses me off actually is like whenever somebody goes like, "Oh, I'm a Sagittarius or I'm like a Leo," and then somebody goes, "That makes sense."
Yeah, that's that instant headbutt.
Yeah, that's
You
an
bust their
instant.
fucking nose open as soon as they hear that.
That's when I become that scene in Dead Space 3 where the guy explodes randomly.
we argued about that being from Call of Duty. It is from Dead Space 3. I really thought it was from Call of Duty. He looks like Roach or Soap or one of them.
You always forget it. Like we found out on the show that it was from Dead Space 3, and then you said it again
this weekend.
this
I
weekend.
was like, no, it's not from there because it feels like such a Call of Duty ass moment.
It doesn't feel like
Space 3.
I don't know if it feels like a Call of Duty. It definitely doesn't feel like a Dead Space moment. I'll tell you that much. A guy just like, oh, and then exploded. That's not Dead Space. Round-eyed Asian
If you believe
laughing.
in astrology, you should be shot.
Okay, round-eyed Asian laughing too hard at the show and almost crashing at the Luxor entrance.
Nice.
That'd be awesome.
Damn.
I would love to be responsible for that. What if Kingston puts on glasses and immediately transforms into Matt Walsh? By the way, no glasses still.
Yeah. It ain't happening.
Turns
Yeah.
into Matt Walsh.
I know.
That'd be no. I wouldn't be. I'm not that kind of guy.
Nah, you will. Oh wait, well he can. I guess he's not gonna get fucking glasses. So,
So I'm a
we
good
can't even
person.
test
So I'm a
it.
hero. So I'm a hero technically.
Well, no,
You don't need another one.
you should hurry up and get it over with so we can kill you.
No.
Okay, Jordan Peterson and RFK having gay butt sex. Chief Financial Officer of Evil N-Word Inc.
I like putting gay in there.
Israel, a
That's
Rhodesian
redundant.
sequel. I'm hitting G-forces on the forklift that would make a fighter pilot fucking shit himself. That is so crazy. Blonde, blue-eyed German man asking Chris to release some quality content because watching current YouTubers gives me cancer. Yeah, I thought about it.
It is different.
Yeah, it's definitely... There's some great stuff, but it
And
is...
the creators, but I think it's not the same.
few and far between.
Yeah.
I genuinely think Annie Austin's fantastic. I think that's like some of the only good video game content I can watch.
I think
now.
Annie Austin
and
was
Jakey
good.
just put out a great
CS:GO video.
CS:GO video.
CS:GO.
I think Jakey's good. I think Aubrey's good. I think Signifier is good, but it's a particular kind of space of why you want to watch him. I think Foreign Man is good.
I think the genre of someone sitting in front of a camera is boring to me. So like if someone's gonna do something weird with it, like I'm happy. I'm happy.
I think you either need to be super informative, genuinely, truly informative, or funny while being informative. And a lot of people can't fill in those blanks.
right.
Like some people are funny and they're decent about informing. Some people are genuinely good at conveying information. But then a lot of people try to be both and they're not. I think that's the biggest problem. Where it's like you're just not both of those things.
Oh well. Perry the Platypus. Watch as I turn the entire tri-state area into gay little gay beetles with my gay fucking beetleinator. Is that Phineas and Ferb?
That show's coming back, yeah.
Whatever.
I
Woke
love
Marxist
Phineas and
Pope.
Ferb.
I never.
Really-
It was after me.
I thought it was really fun.
I didn't like the kid's head.
Yeah, they're
I didn't like that it was like a like a Dorito.
yeah.
It bothered me a lot.
I'm not sure about that.
There's
Show. I know if I see it
104
again.
That was
I'll
way
know.
after you, like, because it was way after us.
It's pretty yeah.
That was like what, like the mid 2010s. That show.
early to
Like
it was on when
2013?
I was in middle school. Not middle
What?
school. It was on when I was in the middle of high school.
Is that the one that has some like crazy scientist in it or something?
Yeah, Dr.
Yeah.
Doofenshmirtz and the Platypus.
Okay.
Barry the Platypus. It's
Barry
nice
the
to see you.
Platypus.
You're a rapist now.
Whoa.
I think that wasn't in the show, but like,
Okay.
Perry, you're a rapist, and he's like,
ew.
I was
Woke
close,
Marxist,
but not exactly. it.
I don't know. I don't remember. Woke Marxist Pope. My ass is full of piss. Help Thugzilla 2000. This time it's gay. Colin Moriarty, the quick brown fox who jumped over the lazy dog. Schrodinger's Blumpkin, Jack WFM. Every time Sween reads the names, he laughs at all of them like fucking Jimmy Fallon. The gay Beatles will ravage him.
So angry.
He is right. You do that.
They're funny.
I don't think you think that.
Funny.
I don't think you believe
I
that.
don't think you think that. I think you do it to cover up the fact that you can't read.
I laugh sometimes at that.
Yeah, but then it's hard to distinguish what's real.
Yeah, well, that's the point.
Just sold 3 Labubu dolls. Get this, and now I'm set for life.
Hey, man, good for him.
Trump makes Rockstar release GTA 6 this week to save the economy under threat of deportation is the only policy I support. You'd get a fucking broken game. Don't you dare disrespect SA. I don't know what that means.
I don't know if that person means sexual assault or Stephen A. Smith. Because they call him S.A.
Oh, yeah, I don't know.
Stephen A.
Oh, that's probably more.
Which still, he
fine.
can't mean, everyone disrespects him because he sucks. So that can't be that either.
Yeah.
He's too flamboyant.
I like him
instead of
sometimes,
being-
but he's clearly an idiot in a lot of ways.
I think he understands basketball.
I like him when
I think that's when
he's
he keeps it.
Well, what's not to understand? It's a fucking ball, you know?
I mean, there's
just like when he's
biases
being-
whenever it comes to anything about data.
I just want him to
clearly.
be, when he's just doing normal reporting, he's fine. But the problem is he can't help himself but try to sensationalize shit. Even when he's talking about somebody like this guy, John Morant, right? He had some issues with the law that everybody has moved on from. No one talks about anymore.
Is he still talking about
Well, no, this is
Morant?
what he does. This is what he does. I literally forget John Morant did any of that shit. And he'll be like, you know, when we talk about John Morant, it's not fair to bring up that stuff to him. He's the only one brings up, every time he talks about him, he brings that shit up. But he said, it's not fair. He made mistakes. Move on.
Yeah.
I forget that John Morant did some dumb shit, some hood shit a while ago.
What did he do?
Drugs. It was drugs.
Well, it was just like gun shit. Like he was in a live stream with waving some guns. It was just shit like that. It was just dumb hood shit. He's kind of like, oh, I want to be like tough. I want to be all hood. And it's like, shut the fuck up. You're super rich playing basketball. No one cares. But like,
He disrespected Bronny and LeBron pressed him, and out there was really funny.
So-
LeBron
what,
pressed
Stephen
the
A?
fuck out of him, yeah. And it was
oh
like,
yeah, but yeah,
it's like
whatever.
LeBron, calm down. Like I know he's your son, but like also he's an athlete now. If you want him on the Lakers, you got to be prepared for him.
Well, it's just what he does. He just a lot of them, they create narratives because that's what gets people talking about him, right?
For sure.
So that's the whole thing. And if Stephen A. didn't do that, I wouldn't have no problem with him. But also, he's a manufactured centrist as well. When he talks I'm gonna invite Candace Owens on my podcast. I'm gonna invite I want to hear what these people have to say. I'm like, if you are actually interested, you've heard what they've had to say, and they're pieces of shit. That's not what you want to do. You want to get that piece of shit audience that likes Candace to like you as well. They're like, oh, respect for having Candace on type of thing. And I'm like, you're fucking full
I
of
couldn't
shit,
imagine
bro.
having like Candace Owens or fucking
he
Nick Fuentes
pretends.
talk. Like imagine having them on the podcast, like Nick Fuentes. I think it'd be funny as
Nick
fuck.
Fuentes
but
would be
also-
funny,
But
unfortunately.
unfortunately, it'd be like we can't have you here.
Unfortunately, not. It's too much. Like if he was just a conservative cunt, sure.
Yeah.
But he's like, oh, I'm actually a Nazi. It's
Yeah, he's like
oh.
literally a seething racist.
Yeah, I was like, I can't endorse.
It's a shame, too. I think he could have been funny.
Yeah.
He's got good delivery. Big meaty stinks. Canola Joe greasing up Derek's thighs. Thick thighs. Deep throating a cactus daily to sound like RFK Jr. Dandy Andy, leader of the Spider Fucker Party. Hope you enjoyed my ass, Batman, because now you're gay.
That's a Come Town reference. That's crazy.
What is that?
I
Shout
haven't
out.
seen that clip yet.
There's so it's
I haven't
called,
seen any Come Town somehow.
dude. I mean, you know me. I talk about it all the time. So if anyone's watching this, it's called RoboCop Batman Showgirls 2. That's what the clip is. It basically the guy that fucking shot Showgirls and directed Showgirls, RoboCop. I can't remember the name right now. The director.
Yeah.
But like it basically transformed into this crazy clip where it started off with RoboCop. And then it morphs into RoboCop somehow becoming Batman and then doing some gay shit with the Joker. It's so fucking funny. Like I can't, and that's one of the lines from it.
I've specifically avoided watching Come Town because I get comments sometimes on this show and elsewhere where it's just like, man, it's so obvious how much Chris watches Come Town because he can't stop ripping them off or something. And I'm like, I'm not even exaggerating when I tell you I've never seen a single. I think I've seen maybe like 13 minutes of something that maybe you've sent me once.
Maybe.
I know jack shit.
Yeah, it is one thing that I'll say. It annoys me, and this is in every medium. When somebody popularizes something, they think they invented something.
Sure, yeah.
So, like, you know, I was thinking about a Madonna and the pointy bras. Like, no, that was fucking existed in Victorian shit, right? But the point is, when they talk about even gay covers and stuff, they're like, oh, you're just ripping off Come Town. I'm like, my guy, there is ICP, for example, Insane Clown Posse has a song called Slim Anus about Eminem being gay. Like you want to talk about
It's old.
This is so.
I also remember it just in the car or like on the bus going to school when I was in like middle school and shit. Like
we
that's
all did that. 'cause
everybody's
it was just
done that.
funny. It's so immature and stupid. It's just funny to do. But to be like, oh, because Come Town like popularized it on a podcast by doing it, which it's really funny when they do, especially Nick Mullen. I always Nick Mullen's my favorite comedian, and He's such an underachiever. I love it. Where he's
Yeah.
like, oh, he could have been so. He literally just gave his podcast to his fucking unfunny friend Adam Friedland and just kind of fucked off. I'm just like, okay,
Yeah, he's
funny.
like I don't know much about him,
He
but
made his
I've
money.
seen
He made his money already.
I've seen one bit of his that I liked quite a bit, and it was like he was talking about like the government planning 9/11 or something.
Oh yeah.
And he's
yeah,
like
yeah.
just one more step, the clues. That's a genuinely great bit.
Yeah.
Like, the idea is just like, all right, now how do we hide clues all over the place?
Yeah.
This is going let's put in the Simpsons real quick.
Let's do
It's
it.
for the sister. Yeah.
Yeah, but I genuinely don't know shit about it, and I've specifically avoided it because I'm like, well, if I'm that similar already, like I don't want to. If I'm accidentally ripping things off now,
I don't think you
want to
are.
intentionally get it in my head anyway.
You don't like from somebody who's watched many and it absorbed. For example, one of my favorite clips is a compilation that is over an hour long of Nick Mullen doing accents, so which the
Right, yeah.
racist by this
By the premise, yeah.
mostly African accents. But like, there's a bit. One of my favorite bits is Nigerian Shark Tank.
Yeah,
It's fucking. It's just it's shit like that. I don't feel any what you do and what Nick does and stuff is very. It's just not the same.
Sure, yeah.
Some of our beats, as far as like the what do you call it, the immaturity level, is sometimes matches.
Right.
But I feel like that's a lot of fucking podcasts too that I don't really watch necessarily. I don't watch a lot of comedy podcasts, but that one's different because it is just here these guys aren't trying to be famous. It just blew up because they're homies fucking around, and I guess it's kind of what's happening here.
Yeah.
Like people lazy, just talking shit, not trying to like, we're gonna clean up this thing to really sell it to something, even though it would be smart.
We really should.
It would be
So,
smart.
I have a question, right?
Yeah.
What if there was a podcast of
Fucking
people? One sec.
Fucking piece of shit.
It gets dumber.
Asking a question.
So imagine there was
You
a
think he has the right?
podcast of like people that saw live leak-esque situations happen.
Piece of shit.
Where you bring them in afterwards and they're like, so what's up? Tell me about it. And you
So
play
what
a
do you
mean?
video.
You
So a
bring somebody
trauma
in-
dump podcast.
Not so much trauma.
So you bring somebody in fresh out of like you pull somebody out of a Tel Aviv like a crumbling tower in Tel Aviv or like Gaza.
Yeah.
And you sit them in front of a microphone like 5 minutes
Don't
later.
dust
and be
them
like,
off for anything.
Speak.
Go.
Go.
They're like, yes.
Improv with us.
like one of the guy, like the kid that little fat kid that falls off and dies off the fucking screen machine thing.
Yeah.
Imagine you have one of the people that were next to him come
were
and
there
like
and,
sit
like,
down and like
come
talk
in.
to them.
Hey, we're gonna do a gay parody.
Hey, we're gonna make a stupid song and dumb jokes. How do you feel?
gonna
I
make
saw
that-
someone die. Like, oh, cool. Tell me about it.
We're gonna make Nickelback gay real quick.
Yeah.
Okay. Can I go?
Yeah, you can leave whenever you want. Like you're
If you
not
can figure out how to
forced.
break those shackles, you're free to go.
I'd love to have slaves on this show. It'd be sick.
Yeah. What do you mean when you say that?
I mean, do I really need to explain
Let him
that?
get there. Let him get there. He's gonna turn this on.
Yeah, what do I do? Like,
Elaborate a little more.
it'd
A
be
little
cool
bit.
to have
A
slaves
little-
on this show?
A little bit.
What kind of
Elaborate a
like? What do
little
you mean? Like
No. Let him go. Let him go.
I mean, what else needs to be said? We
What kind of slaves?
we have slaves, and then we
What do they do?
put a mic in front of their face.
What do they do? What do they
They're
do?
in chains.
What are they? What kind of slaves are they? Like what brand? There's different
It's
varieties.
open
of
ended,
slaves.
sir.
So just in general, people that don't have their rights.
So basically,
anymore.
yeah.
we'll make a podcast where we interview slaves and it'll be called 2 Ears a Slave.
Ooh, that's hard, dude. I like that.
That's
a
pretty
lot.
hard, man.
I like that a lot. It's a unique. It's finally a really unique podcast.
Yeah.
'Cause there's nothing like that.
Go back in time and rip slaves out of their time period, sit them in front of a mic, interview them, and then throw them back.
That
They have to
really
be,
nothing
they
like
have,
that.
They have,
So
they have to be slaves that are going to die because they don't want to fuck up the time.
No.
obviously.
yeah, I don't care about that.
I don't give a fuck about the time stream.
See,
That's somebody else's time
I
stream.
just want to
Yeah.
make money off slaves.
Yeah, we're gonna fuck up their timeline. This timeline.
Yeah, it's already set. No,
Yeah, every time you travel, you create a new universe. So it's
That's
great.
it. I'm like, hey, little slave, do your little slave dance.
Do your little slave dance.
What is a slave dance exactly?
I don't know, son.
Yeah.
You don't remember it?
Something.
We should do like. You don't remember?
Oh my god! I'm like, you do a little slave, thing. You do your little slave jig.
Oh my god, whatever.
We'll do white slavery too, but not the
The Irish.
No, sex trafficking, slavery. Was the other
Oh,
one, too.
jackpot. Yeah,
I think that's what white slavery is, if I remember
that's the
correctly.
predominantly white slavery.
Yeah.
Oh.
I don't mean white as in race. It's like what they call it. You know, like they call it, like they have like chattel.
Oh, like blue collar kind
Yeah,
of. Yeah.
blue white slavery. So I think sex trafficking is involved in that. So we'll bring a bunch of sex trafficked victims on the podcast.
And then we'll let the people know.
a brilliant idea.
Then we'll bring them on a podcast. We'll offer like what is it called? Rafe is a sexual sanctuary. And then when we're done with the podcast, we alert that they're pimps or they're fucking owners.
Yeah,
that
yeah,
they're
we
here.
did. It's the same thing as like calling ICE. Like we'll
That's crazy.
We'll interview fucking like
That is the most evil
Paco
thing ever.
that does the Raspados and shit and the elote. And then after that, like, dude, we really appreciate your service. Stay safe. By the way, La Migra is on the way.
I can't believe Ice is newer than Shrek is. I can't get over that.
Like the concept.
Come
or
on,
like-
No,
come
like
on.
Ice. Ice
Was
as
it like
as,
04 or something like that?
It was 03.
03. Iske. Ike.
So Shrek has been around longer than Ice. Is what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
but La
That
Migra
surprised
has
me.
been around longer though. You know, Ice specifically, yeah, is fresh. But like there's La Migra. There's always been immigration agents.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah,
Deep throating. Oh, I read that already.
Pinkertons.
The Pinkertons are crazy. You're fighting a Pinkerton.
I am a
Red Dead 2.
high-ranking figure in Islam, and I am placing a fatwa in Kingston. Heath Big Bad Beetleborg smoking Kingston Gids, low tier gooner. Joe Rogan is the missing link, and weep for my legion of sweens be upon ye. Jay Peterson. What is rape in the ontological sense? Lily's brother steers with the car's radio knobs.
That's crazy.
Whoa!
I bet somebody can get real good with it though. They can get real good with it.
Well, that's like playing Guitar Hero with like a controller or something, or like trying to play like Elden Ring with a DDR pad. Like he rewires the controls for the steering wheel onto the radio knobs
This motherfucker
for the challenge.
Spends time doing that. Yeah, it's like this guy fucking. Right now he's trying to beat Dark Souls with a trumpet. You know, it's just like, come on, man. I guess the guy did it with a banana already though.
What?
Yeah,
Oh, that reminds me. I got bananas. I should.
somebody beat Dark Souls with a banana.
Everybody's beating video games with crazy things.
These people are just hooking things up to stuff and making it work somehow.
little nodes
Autism's crazy, dude.
when they made potato clocks in science class. They built they built they built controllers. Yeah.
Do they have like potato fleshlights?
Yeah.
It's called a potato. It's
called a potato. All
Yeah,
right.
potato fleshlight.
So little
it's a
like
potato.
you put in the oven for how long?
Like what,
50.
30, 40 minutes?
30, 40?
Oh. That is piping,
30, 40
dude.
minutes.
30, 40 minutes.
40 minutes in the oven is insane.
And then
Then you gotta just fucking blast
you
out.
just go through it.
See, walk into your friend's house. What's going on, man? Nothing much. And you see a fucking potato just on their counter.
blown out.
It's blown. The back is blown
The
out.
steam
The
is
back is blown out. Everything. You're like, what do you do with that potato?
How did you steaming?
Oh, I fucked it, dude. For how hot
Smells
was
like
it?
sweat and chlorine in here. What the hell's going on?
Yeah, it's fucking flesh.
This dude fucking Thanksgiving just sets up the whole fucking dinner and then he just fucks it all.
He fucks a potato.
He fucking got the turkey, got the stuffing.
That's crazy.
He's just
and
done.
he's that guy with the fucking 8 ounces of jizz. So it's just a fucking smattering of cum all over the place. And he's like, yeah, it was a good time, man.
There's a poorly printed out picture of Richard Simmons' face stapled to everything that he's fucking.
It's crazy.
Lily, yeah, sneezing out a big old glob of gay little beetles. Kevin Durant's feet, gay for Beatles. Fuck you, I ain't paying my TV license, bitch. Mr. Pants, going to be edging to my fate in the new expansion. Oh yeah, when is that? There's a lot coming out right now, man. I don't know. There's a lot coming out. I can't justify it.
I'm not gonna get it unless I get a free code, which I might. But
That new what is it? Death Stranding's coming out soon.
oh, that comes out this year. Yeah,
It comes out this month.
Damn,
Oh wow.
In the next like 2 weeks or something.
I'm playing Red Dead Cyberpunk again.
I'm trying to play Cyberpunk again, but then I got to that fucking the brain dance editing, and I'm just like, fuck, man.
It's kind of tedious.
I've never
That's
seen-
the one mission I fucking hate.
But it's a mission that like it's one of the because I saw people commenting like because I tweeted about it and they were like it's just one part of the game. It's so little. Like how could that get in your way of enjoying it? But it's like, bro, it would be like if there was
You got to do it a few times.
you have to do it for a while.
You only have to do it one time in the main story. once.
But it's right. But it's
Well,
like
there's
it's
a
a
tutorial, and
there's the tutorial, and then there's the mission that you have to do it.
yeah.
What mission?
What do you mean? The
Dude, I've done,
Arasaka Tower. When you're
When you with Jackie?
yes.
Yeah, right. When you with Jackie, like when you're.
Well,
when you're-
when you're you do the thing so you can know what the code is so you can get the thing out of the ice thing.
Yeah. I feel like, I guess, okay, because I did it. I remember doing it because I did it a few times because with Rivers, you have to do it once.
I've done it. I remember doing it a handful of times.
Oh, do it with Rivers?
Maybe it wasn't the main story, but I can't remember.
every time a brain dance thing pops up, I'm like, I'm not doing this. You know.
You gotta do it with that guy that's like the fucking that guy that thinks he's Jesus that gets crucified. The fucking dude that gets crucified by the diner in that part of the game, which is fucking crazy.
Yeah,
You do it with Rivers
I think
once.
that's the tutorial. No.
No.
I know the tutorial is the bank, the not the bank robbery, but the convenience store robbery.
Oh, it could be. That's right. That's right. Okay.
But I don't. I understand. Like the rest of the game is very good, but then like that part specifically is the least fun I've ever had in anything that I've ever played
100%.
ever. You know what I mean? So it's like, do I want to go through what is basically like 20 straight minutes, 30 minutes?
20 minutes, really?
It's a long fucking seat. The Arasaka Tower, unless you memorize where to go and what to do. But like, dude, like I block that section out every time I come to it because I'm like,
I don't.
I've had so little fun doing
I
this.
don't remember because I feel like I probably because I'm already at the point where
I feel
I'm
like there's another part where you're like in a church or something. I don't know.
well, that's
I
what
don't
that's
remember.
what the dude that's gonna kill himself. He's like, oh yeah,
Oh,
I'm
is that
willing
what
to
that
kill
is?
myself
I don't
for like
fucking
some fuck shit. He thinks he's
I
like
just
a saint.
remember doing those things and yes, not enjoying.
I definitely didn't
I
like
had to do
them.
it again with the fucking the Japanese guy that you're with who saves you.
Oh
yeah.
yeah.
You have to do it again with him for some reason. I can't remember why, but I know you have to do it. You have to do it a few times.
Is his name Takahashi or am I being racist?
It's close. I remember it is the T
Takashi. I
though.
think it's Takashi,
Yeah,
Tekashi
6ix9ine.
not Tenkashi.
I thought it was Takahashi.
Is it
Tenkashi's the rapper.
No, that's not right
His
at
name
all.
is Tenkashi 6ix9ine.
That can't be right.
I'm 100% right.
Tenkashi?
Tenkashi 6ix9ine.
What?
100% right.
Tenkashi?
Tenkashi 6ix9ine.
What do people call him? Oh, okay.
They always call him 6ix9ine.
Oh, okay.
Or Rat.
Okay. Or rat. Pedo rat. Didn't he
Oh,
fucking
Takamura.
that his name's Takamura?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I let that nigga die. And then fucking die.
I think you can't do it that you
Cardboard
have to, right?
pie.
You can
Face
save him in
fuck-
that earlier part,
fuck
but he can die
face.
later on in the game.
No, because like the part where
Fuckface
you
unstoppable.
go under. Remember, like he's upstairs and you go and you can't like not because I wanted to. You know how you can jump high. I wanted to jump back up there and fucking help him, but you literally they don't let you.
I wish I could play that game
Do
in
you
third
remember what I'm
person.
talking about?
Yeah, but you can save him. You can save
No, that he like sacrifices himself at that point.
No, I think there's one part where you fight one of his homies who's like a fucking gets like the mantis blade and he starts tripping out. You fight his homie because he can survive at the end because if you do the ending with Hanako, he can be there.
What the shit? Okay, so what I would love to be because
I got 5 of the endings.
because there was
I
like
think I'm missing one.
I do want to replay it again though.
there's the part like where you're in and like they all rate it and stuff and there's like a blast.
and he tells you leave. Yeah.
well, you go down like that's the only way to go. And I just wanted to pop back up and fight, but they won't let you do it. And then that's when he essentially like sacrifices himself.
I think you can do something different to get there because I remember the one of the endings I got. He's there.
That's interesting. I want to explore that. I'll explore that.
That game is. I think that's such a really insanely well developed like city. Like, fucking,
What's up, Pan Am? Yeah, I'm so cool. I'm V.
Yo,
I'm
what's
V,
good?
baby.
It's so funny him with as a black character because he doesn't sound black even
What's up,
slightly.
man?
He's like
He's so clearly a white
he's
person.
so clearly like some sort of like fucking like Italian fucking guy.
Listen,
He's like some guy from Ohio.
play like a 2K game and then make like a Asian character and they're like, "Hey yo, what up? What's good? My name MP." it's fucking
My
great.
name's Asian character. What's up?
It used to be kind of like this could be
It could be either or,
but
yeah.
now and they just nope. It's just a nigga doing the.
I
Fucking
mean,
voice
ball
acting
players
now.
do have a certain vernacular.
Well, after a while, some of them started developing it. Like there's that dude that was in Miami. Something I forgot his last name. I forgot his name. Tyler Hero. So he's white as shit. Tyler Hero. You know, but he's like, "Hey yo, you know my name Tyler Hero," and I'm like, "All right, you've been hooping way too long."
Yeah, I feel like if you're hooping enough, you just start sounding like a
You
nigga.
just start
eventually.
Cardboard
you
pie,
can't help it after a certain point.
I
I sound like
replaced,
less niggas that
I
don't play
replaced
ball
the
anymore.
R's on my Dodge Ram with W's, and now my engine
been
sounds like
hooping
Take
every
On
day.
Me. Hot to go,
You play ball
FOGGOT
again?
bros.
Every
I'm
day.
so gay.
Nice.
I fuck
Yeah.
I'm gonna
mental.
go after this.
Really?
24. There's a
Oh, nice.
top on
Are you good
building.
at basketball?
I'm okay. I'm I'm so out of shape. I didn't realize how, because like I would box, and I'm very stationary. So now that I've been running around, I feel like I'm dying. Dude, it's laughable how out of shape I am. I didn't know.
Jolly old dipshit, the ace of parades.
I'm so not in good shape to play it though. Like not even slightly.
Just keep going, man. just
Al Sharpton versus Sharp Alton.
It's so stupid. My money's on Sharp Alton.
I think so too. Yeah, I think he's got the edge.
Yeah. Heyo.
Yo, Derek. What is that? What is retardigrade? Retardigrade. Blackman, the U.S. government takes in cum, like the cum that comes out, gonna return home soil. I don't know.
I don't.
It's okay. That. It's okay. It's all right. What is this profile picture?
Retardigrade.
Nice.
I like
squeezing my balls like a clown nose. Kingston had a dream. Beetle have a dream. Pee Wee Herman be like,
in here.
Huh? It is, right? I forgot to put on it. Pee Wee Herman be like, haha, I'm still dead. Courage warns Muriel about Michael Vick, but it's too late. Hammering my dick flat to grind smithing levels. I call it Excalibur now.
Let's go.
Hibernating little Gadel. Search Peter Lorre fish battle. Matt Pat solving all wars by giving every world leader a copy of Undertale. Sween's kid's gonna look like Fredo Milky Top. Smitchy the Kid. Derek, you do have to pay U.S. Fed income tax even though living in another country.
Oh, that was the
yeah. We
last
went over
one.
that.
Yeah.
Just not as much, but also pay the other count. I don't know what that means. Foul tarnished. Post clarity nut. Me tink me guan take me on life. I'm a better cuck than you, Rick. It's your baby, Rick. Star Coffee, Colin Moriarty, you spidery man. Listen to them, the children of the night. What sweet cum they make? That's crazy. The mega faggot.
Very cool.
Pretty classic. Craig the Canadian holding the fact that Sween was wrong about one more day over his fat head forever. It's your boy Shawnee D. I have transformed into the ginger version of Colin Moriarty. Cum shot gaming TM. At Grok, is this true? Cerberus Agent 267. Chris Maldonado show. If I had a time machine, I would give Julius Caesar an orange Fanta because I don't know.
I feel like that would do something. I feel like that would celebrate something.
That would be interesting. That would be yeah. Because what's it called? An orange Julius?
Yeah.
I don't know. Orange drinks that aren't orange juice kind of confuse me. I don't know if I've ever. Because isn't orange Julius? There's milk involved in there, right? Or no?
I don't know.
I don't know anything about them. They've always been like unappealing to me. They've always felt too like neon to me.
I may have been the one, but I really don't remember.
Yeah, it ain't. Nobody cares.
You know what I want right now? I want a nice beignet.
No, you don't.
In Oz, we have a king hitting punch instead of yoinking elbow, and if you use a glass, it's a king's goblet. Using the remote from click to pause time, coat Kingston from head to toe in cum. Resume time, and then watch what he does from afar. I let my boyfriend do a cummy cum on my boy pussy, and he didn't wear a boy condom, and now I'm going to get boy fuego. Fat fag fuegos now.
That's crazy.
Did you say that on purpose?
Yeah, it's crazy. Remember I said they were out there doing something, I forgot. I was like, oh, the steals.
I said that's crazy once, but I didn't say that. And it's bothered me.
You definitely
for
said
years.
it's crazy.
I definitely
once.
didn't say it's
You
crazy.
definitely did.
You're a fucking criminal.
Yeah. That's crazy. You'd say something like that.
You should be killed, I think. Beetle Moriarty, I hate you with every fiber of my being. Your very existence sickens me. May God strike you dead tonight. Here's $25. Beetle Hooker in his beetle fishnets sucking beetle dick for beetle meth. Obi won't you blow me? Waiting for the Sween hunting tier. I want his pal Colin Moriarty. So gape they call him Slippin' Jimmy. Kremlin to Gremlin. Two beetles blumpkinning while staring at Sweeney. Extra ammo was no joke. Was a joke. No gay parody. No questions. It was a fucking mess. Stupid.
Oh shit.
Harry Rectum. I'm tired, boss man. Gay Slipknot devil in iTunes. Thrust inside. I see.
Put his penis in eye.
Put his penis in eye. Wage Slave 583 Rhythm X-Men X-Men animated theme. Fuck my butt. Fuck my butt. Fuck my Papini Brothers, Jeffrey Epstein in Minecraft movie be like, I am Steen. Don Donkerson, the colon swinging slasher. Laszlo, I don't have much time. I owe money to a lot of bad people and I'm in too deep, Laszlo. Please, Laszlo, I need your help, Laszlo.
Dude, we were doing that one time at my house, and it was insane. We were crying. It was fucking out of pocket.
I forgot that his accent was like that in Camp Laszlo. I forgot that the elephant had that thick
Such
of
an
accent.
aggressively Indian accent.
Yeah, and his name was Raj.
Yeah.
He was an Indian elephant. I mean, it makes sense, but it was just like, it was so extreme, and I don't remember it that way.
He sounds panicked.
What are you doing, Laszlo?
He sounds panicked all the time.
He sounds like they took his 7-Eleven from him.
That's crazy. They took his 7-Eleven or his motel, or they took his ability to become a doctor, or they took what else? They fucked up his path.
I will say, man, best doctor I ever had was an Indian guy.
Stop.
Best doctor I ever had was an Indian.
Stop, dude. Come on, man. That was just—it's like the White Huffman, huh? Like, what'd you say?
Goldman, eh?
Goldman, eh?
Come on, dude.
Goldman, eh?
Do not wash off my stench.
Stop. What the fuck, dude? Like, that's just bad.
I no longer smell like curry.
This is my shower routine. Oh, PP, this is my shower routine. Enter, wash ass, then face, then balls, then face again, then ass again, then face, exit. So crazy. Mr.
Not
Smith.
his midsection or his legs.
Yeah, all filthy. He just relies on the runoff.
Yeah.
His face is so full of caverns and pus and shit.
I like it.
Mr. Smith, he's got pink eye up the fucking ass.
He's got pink eye so much it's just eye now.
He's got pink.
It's crust.
He's just
so crusty.
Layers of crust just out. Looks like fucking Homer Simpson now.
When he got the episode he had pink eye. I was
his pink eye has pink eye, and it's over from here. Mr. Smith, are the pretty girls in the room with us right now? Me be fishy, a mean lesbian, fuck ice, fuck Trump. John Strickland, Mercs 1889, Virility. I don't know what that means. Why'd you just draw a swastika?
I noticed right away. You noticed so fucking fast. You didn't even let me finish.
It's so out of pocket. Next to that face is crazy.
I was building something. This dude noticed immediately.
What are you building? Finish building it? Go ahead.
It's too late, man.
You ruined the moment, man. What are you making, a pinwheel?
Yeah, something like
What
that.
are you building up 4 squares?
Yeah, this is how
5 squares technically.
This is how I draw a maze. You start with you start off. This is the foundation of a maze.
All right, Key, continue then.
I
I was
see.
gonna draw a mouse.
You guys be coming at me for anti-Semitism. He's been on one lately.
No, he's just drawing
I'm
stuff.
drawing a maze.
He's
idiot.
practicing art.
Sorry, my bad.
You're
Sorry.
actually anti-Semitic.
Yeah, sure, for sure, guys.
See, look, now it's not a swastika no more. Now it's a
I'm
maze.
drawing a maze. You stupid bitch.
That's how people actually try to gaslight too. Like, people are actually like, I didn't do that. I just have autism.
Yeah, I'm just autistic.
I didn't hail Hitler. I'm just fucking retarded.
Yeah, there's no.
Yeah.
So you always start off with the maze.
Always start off with the
Let's start
swastika
this
shit.
way.
Yeah. You drew another one, I
I
see.
start this way.
I see you drew another one.
You've drawn more swastikas today than I've probably drawn today.
I mean, to be fair,
The first Richard Keith David presents one human-sized beetle's throbbing monster cock versus one Sweeney's virgin sphincter, the ethereal spinning fleshlight, pre-Roz, Blake 896. I got Lockjaw doing graveyard shifts at the dick sucking factory, and all I got was Lockjaw, as previously mentioned.
Penis.
Oh, I see you drew a dick on top of the swastika
It's a
there.
cute little penis, man.
How many fucking
That is a cute penis.
How many future school shooters notebooks look like that?
Oh,
All of
what? Like a drawing of a confused man with cat irises?
Or like the idea of like there's like swastikas what
And
the fucking hateful
penises?
shit. There's like the dollar money sign that like the
Oh,
fucking
yeah, of
bubble
course,
money
of course,
sign.
of course.
And then there's penises and then swastikas all over it.
I took her to my attic and I franked it. Hooked on a penis.
When you think of-
I'm
when you
high
think
on
of,
his
like-
semen.
When you think of a character hiding,
your
who's
mouth.
the one that comes to mind first?
What? When I think of a character hiding?
Character hiding. Who comes to mind first? Mine is Anne Frank, obviously.
I think it's Anne Frank, yeah.
Character.
Yeah, like think of any. wait. No, that's not what I meant. When you think of someone hiding, what comes to mind first? When you think of someone hiding, what comes to mind first?
I mean, we gotta.
There's either a groundhog
we gotta address the elephant.
or Anne Frank.
A groundhog or Anne
Groundhog,
Frank.
Anne Frank. Those are the hiding characters.
is
Solid Snake, Anne Frank,
right now?
Groundhog, Agent 47 or 27. I can remember which one it is.
Well, he hides in plain sight.
Yeah.
Splinter Cell.
His name's Sam Fisher.
No, his name is Splinter Cell.
His name's Sam Fisher.
Splinter Cell, aka
Voiced by
Sam Fisher.
Michael Ironside, you bitch.
Tom Clancy's.
Anne Frank.
I would play the shit out of that. A stealth game where you have to play as Anne Frank and you have
hiding and writing.
You're just a starved, terrified Jewish woman.
No, it's a Tom Clancy game, so it becomes modern day espionage.
Oh, okay. So then, yeah, she's doing all these covert like operations and stuff.
It's you hiding and trying to get to the kitchen to get matzo ball soup and then get back without being detected.
Oh, is that what that is? Just to continue living in fear.
Avoid the Nazis.
Yeah, avoid the Nazis. Enemy UAV online.
There's 2 Nazis below you. Stay safe.
Stay frosty.
Stay frosty, Anne.
And yeah.
We'll get you some pretzels after this.
Is she the one that sings like tomorrow, I love you?
Tomorrow I'll never ever see you. Right, that's Anne Frank, Annie Frank.
Annie Frank.
Classic.
And that's it, Annie Frank.
Yeah.
I wonder how
classic
much the
musical.
journals are worth. Like if the actual copies of them.
The actual copy of that?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Didn't the dad like sell it and like allegedly wrote fake shit in it or something?
Don't tell me that. That makes me sad.
I hear theories.
I think he wrote things
that.
about like, man, my dad's so cool.
And my dad's awesome.
My dad has such a large penis, man. He's so badass.
That is a crazy fucking thing to fake in your daughter's diary. To write that
He
down
didn't
about
fuck me
yourself.
though. By the way, he didn't show it to me. He just would talk about how big it is. And I
It's
believe
not
him.
only is it in a different pen, it's in completely different handwriting.
It's like,
It's in a different language.
it's
It's in English.
It's in modern day English.
He's writing in English. It's fucking in German. The rest of it. That'd be so good.
Oh God.
What is this authentic?
penis is one biggie.
That's authentic. What do you mean? I did not do it. I did not write that.
I know no German words.
I know.
You know some.
I know Guten Tag.
Guten Tag.
I know 9.
Liebe dich. I know that.
I know.
Ich liebe dich.
I know.
No.
No. Nein.
I know. Fuck. Willkommen to Kleppen.
There you go.
That's welcome to the party.
What about?
I don't know if that's German though. I think that might be Swedish.
Musse de Juden ausrotten.
Oh, okay. Blake 896.
You're tripping, dude. I don't like this.
Kingston be like.
To be fair,
Stratnal,
I learned
Breacher,
that from
buoyant.
Cartman. I learned that from Cartman.
All right, hold on. Kingston. This guy's writes his name is Kingston. Be like Stratnal, Breacher, buoyant. Buoyant and Stratnal are stupid. Greacher was a thing we intentionally made up.
Yeah.
I made that up with a friend of ours a long time ago. It's like it's not a creature. Like a Greacher is like a
goblin-esque creature.
no, a Greacher is like you know like a sick Chihuahua that's kind of like all fucking distorted. That's a Greacher. It's like it's creature like, but it's not quite a demon or nothing.
Buoyant
Gotcha.
just means buoyant.
Well, buoyant, you're stupid. That's just not real.
Buoyant?
Buoyant?
Isn't buoyant an actual phrase?
No.
Are you
what's
stupid?
that?
Like buoyancy? Something that has buoyancy is buoyant.
Buoyant.
Buoyant. Oh, gotcha.
Why are you putting an N in there?
Yeah, you're like boing.
You can't help but add N's
You're
to things.
boinging it.
Yeah, you're
You're
boinging.
boing it.
Boing.
And he said
buoyant.
Stratnal.
Stratnal.
Yeah.
Shrapnel.
Shrapnel. That frog ripped me off. That's goopy. Asmongold looks like you can smell him upwind.
That's crazy.
You can smell Asmongold underwater, man. I guarantee. Like you,
he
if
jumps in the pool, turns to mud.
that's crazy. It just spreads like
Dude,
scarlet rot.
mud, so it's thick too.
Ew, get out of the water, get out of the water.
Ew, Asmongold's in here. Ew, Asmongold showed up. Ew.
Ew. Never.
I can't imagine not saying that.
It's fucked up because like Asmongold, like legitimately, even if he was like 20 feet away from me, I would already be holding my breath. Like, you know, like if you're like walking, you're gonna walk past him like in maybe like 10 seconds.
Yeah, whatever.
I bet his cum looks like soft serve ice cream, but
I
brown.
bet you're right.
So it looks like chocolate ice cream.
I bet you're so right,
Chocolate
dude.
soft serve.
Yeah, that.
Laying on the penis
think
until it
it's
falls
normal?
asleep, so it feels like I'm
it's
giving
crazy.
someone else a hando. Insane. Young Colin shooting himself in the chest. Nikki Ziggy.
I feed it to my
straight-
roaches. I feed my cum to my roaches.
Oh.
I'm Asmund Gold. My name is Asmund Gold. What the fuck? I don't even know his actual name.
I don't care to.
I don't
You
know.
think it's Asmund actually?
No
It's a
way.
geriatric pregnancy, so he's
Probably
clearly
like
fucked up.
fucking
What the fuck does that even mean?
geriatric?
Asmund.
Oh,
Oh, I don't know. I have no
like
idea.
Asmodeus, probably.
I genuinely don't know.
He's one of the kind of guys that would have a name like
Young
that.
Colin
maybe.
shooting himself in the chest. Nikki Ziggy, straight slayer, making the world gayer. Can't wait for the new Halo game to be revealed to an Imagine Dragons song so I can watch the last bit of light fade from Chris. That wouldn't even faze me at this point. I would notice it and I would be like, that's wild that would happen. That would happen to me.
It's coming.
Again.
It's coming. Just like me. Under this desk.
I've cumped.
I've cumped.
Ew. That's so much worse. Lily's brother playing flat out IRL. The guy killing himself over snow was right. Sorry, Miss Jackson. Badly brave. Who's New York Nick? Aetherian needs help lowering his weapon in Halo 3. Penis Nate from Memphis 1. And rounding out our list as always, the luscious king of haphazard.
Very cool.
You know him.
You know, I was like, man, let's do a 2-hour podcast. Look at time.
Yeah, I know. We listen, in fairness,
Look at time.
I tried to keep us on the ball. We got sidetracked a little bit.
There are times when you give up and it, like you're trying and then you just give in.
I
and
try
you,
so
and then
hard.
you start just engaging in the.
All right, bye.
Yeah, see ya.